Hello, YouTube. Welcome to the Wally stream, Wally, Washington. And like I said, this is going to be a free for all more often than not. And Wally is going to be running the stream. I am going to be monitoring. Yeah, I can't form my sentences right now. I'm going to be monitoring. Ah, fuck. I can't do my word.
Moderating. It's going to be moderating.
Fuck, I'm going to moderate. How about that? That sounds
Yeah,
better. I'm not
moderating.
going to say moderating. Fuck that. I'm gonna be moderating things. Okay. Damn, I came out fucked up my words twice. I apologize, y'all. I'm sorry. I will apologize, but work. And I said the link will be in different once you anyone wants to come in. Uh, I sent a link to Marcus. Hopefully, you don't. Hopefully, we get him on here. If he doesn't, then yeah, because I need him to be my second in command tonight, in case I go off. Yeah, in case my internet's on the first. It's like fucking with the low shit right now. I don't know what it is. Connection is unstable. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging in your. Yeah, I know. There's four niggas in the house. Talking about, pardon my French. But Wally,
Mm-hmm.
this is your stream. What do you want to talk? What do you want to do?
Well,
Um,
first thing first, to everyone out there on YouTube, let me at least put myself on camera real quick.
you ain't got to if you don't want to.
Yeah. So for everyone out there on YouTube, real quick, this was technically supposed to be us doing
One night stream.
the Moon Knight series, but the reason why I switched that up is because I had some other issues going on again, and some family issues. So that will be delayed for the time being, but we'll get to that soon enough. But I also want to talk to you guys because like we said, we are trying to build up this channel, and Jay, he put me up to the managerial role within his YouTube account amongst YouTube Studios. So I was able to see a lot of the videos and a lot of the retractions and everything else that's going on. So I wanted you guys to ask you guys also, like, hey, one of the more ideal points that I want to know is, what do you exactly want to see? Right, this is what we want to know. We want to know what you want to see, what you want to visualize. Because as far as any type of anime, or neither when it comes to DC or Marvel, or when it comes to any version of TV and movie shows, what do you guys really want to see? Like, we really want to know this, right? If you want to see comparisons amongst like Marvel and DC heroes, and then calibrate who's stronger between the two within levels or in transition, like you want that full breakdown. Let us know how broad of a spectrum, or collaborative of these movies and or animes, or comic book series do you really want to know, or how you really want us to show it out, give or take. Um, because we do know, like, when it comes to ourselves and then looking at the others that do this, it's gonna take a whole lot. So we just want to know exactly where we are hitting, and then where we can improve, and where are your dislikes as far as anytime you see us do something, and then overall. Shout out to the Intellectual Soapbox. What they do? I'll be up in a bit. Okay, cool. Wally, congrats.
I love that Wally stream.
Hey, look, he named that. I didn't want him to name that ish.
I said Wally stream. He said Wally.
Look
stream.
look here. You put that Captain. Look here, Captain Dragons. Okay, you put it down. Goddamn it, get your butt up here. Okay. Lieutenant General Johnson Johnson. Oh my goodness.
Yo, it's an Intellectual Box, brother. If you're not doing a stream tonight, would you mind sharing the video around? Like I said, it always helps us, and it always like I said, getting new people over here to check us out, but also
that reminds me,
it actually helps us to
right.
Bridge the gap between things of a content that we do.
Exactly.
And also, like I said, I know we always share and you recommend you guys to people, but
right. And that's another thing that we wanted to speak on, because I understand that
Wally.
everybody doesn't understand anime or comic book series or most of the stuff that we talk about. So this is another reason why I also wanted to know what you guys want and what you guys will be around to listen to, because once again, if you guys ain't on it, let us know what you want more of, because I've been noticing a lot of the database that's going on within the back of the studio, and I'm seeing that these notifications, they're going out to you guys. They're going out to you guys, and a lot of y'all not popping up. Maybe it's because of a timing range. Let us know that too. What time is good for you to be around to watch the show live, or even which one you guys are watching on the back end? Let us know, so then we can get you guys to be here. And thank you, Kate, for subscribing. So to my brother Kate.
Business podcast. What's up? And also, guys, I want to let you know, I'm in the process of editing the backup channel. Like I said, the new channel that you guys that Taco Show Live is now the UU podcast. It's called UU podcast. YU space YU podcast. I'm going to be changing the name to that specifically, and that's going to be where me, Wally, uh, Marcus, the Mexican brother, do collabs, and we not trifecta, but we try attack that shit on different topics and things. It won't just be simply regarded to this channel anymore. It'll be different ones soon. And like I said, I don't know when this process will begin, but most likely by the end of December, we will be. Like I said, we're going to be end up on this shit, because I'm making. Trust me, I'm doing a lot of stuff in the background right now as we speak right now, and not just promotion and getting the channel noticed out here. It's all the quote unquote videos I said we were going to do that I was doing. I'm putting the final touches on them right now. Touches of the Duchess right now. Like I said, I'm the finishing touches. So I'm trying to fix a couple of things with that, and once I'm done with that, they will be uploaded, and I won't be live to do it. It's just gonna be pre-recorded. Pre-recorded lives I'm gonna put up there. I'm gonna download them off of StreamYard, then I'm gonna put them here, and then put them on set them up as Premiere for them to drop. Now, I think the middle of the day is okay to do that, particularly like around 1 or 2, but it won't be super early. Like I said, there might be some I drop early from subscribers in Japan, and might be some ones that I put out in the middle of the day because people over here in the West. But
just let everybody know, the link to his channel, to the backup channel, is actually showing up on the main page. Just scroll down and you'll see it, but I'll drop the link soon.
it should be Hakusho Live right now. Like I said, it's still Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, it's still Yu Hakusho Live, but for the time being.
Yeah, but I'm gonna
salute Don GQ. Thanks for coming, man.
Don GQ. Mm-hmm. Like I said, this is Wally stream tonight, so he is really much. He's in charge of announcements of things, of letting you guys know what is going to happen.
Yeah, but that's just the the thing that we're trying to get going. Just trying to know the flow of things. Because as we guys know, we do multiple variations of topics.
So here, like
right, we do so much variation.
Like Saturday, we did a whole topic. We did a topic session on Saturday.
Right. So we usually
like that, like I said.
Right. So we usually just touch on anything and everything, just for the time being. Don HQ, everything's good on my end, brother. They'll be probably sending me my freaking computer moderator course soon. So hopefully, if it does, hopefully everything gets built out right, and we finally get this going. So I've been waiting to mother up and get back in this game like a mug, but yeah. For Jay, more likely so, it should be good. Other than his work.
Hey man, you're right about that.
There you go. But yeah, that's just the stand.
Oh my gosh. I'm no. Like I said, I gave Wally reign over it because he's a businessman and he has the calculated mind to take care of shit like this, particularly on my channel. That's why I trust his judgment on things. Him and Marcus, Anybody else, I gonna earn that shit.
Yeah, Marcus, when you get up here, I'll be talking to you as well. Cause we're gonna try to figure out some things on that part.
A bond amongst criminals. I'm kidding. Not a bong amongst criminals. It's a bong amongst brothers who take pride in their work. So don't worry, we're not criminals here. I'm the son of a military father, so I can't be doing that shit. It's a bad look. And he's for a policeman? Hell no, I can't be doing that shit.
Right, but we just do various topics here, so it's like we're just gonna walk.
No one would want to fuck with me ever again if I did that shit.
With that said,
I mean, for good reason too.
Yeah, but with that said, but yeah, we're gonna we're cleaning it up. We're working things around, so we're getting it going. What else do I want to talk to you about? What else do I want to just put out there? So yeah, once we get, we're just gonna clarify each one, and then we're just gonna try to very much push out as much as we can. But yeah, we're definitely gonna keep this going and flowing out, just so you guys get as much as everything as possible to a degree of every conversation. Now, as far as for other things, as far as shorts, that is going to be, well, we're still trying to pivot to an ideal. So that's why I'm asking, what do you guys really are morally interested when you hear us do lives? Because depending on that will transfer to the whole idea of the shorts and how we speak on those.
Not you, Wally. I'm looking at something right now.
Yeah, you're doing too much right now.
No, not you. I swear. I'm looking at something on my phone.
No. But what else is there?
I gotta see that again. That's funny.
Yeah. So that's just one of the more things that we gotta focus on. That reminds me, but so since you're saying like the backup channel of UU podcast, right? What would that really entail? Like, tell people. So, is that mostly going to be the anime show, or is that going to just be the overall backup to everything? And give Jay a minute. Okay.
Sorry about that. Taking care of something.
You're right. That's right. Did you hear the question I asked you?
What was the question you asked me? I'm sorry.
Okay. I said, when it comes to the backup channel, is it just going to be the anime content, or is it going to be the overall content that we do here?
Okay, so it's more of the backup channel is more of, in case this channel ever goes down, I want you guys all to subscribe and go over there. And the thing is, I will post some videos over there, and those are not going to be podcasts to be live. They're going to be pre-recordings that are going to be dropped over there between me, Wally, and Marcus. More so streams that you're not going to see, that surprisable content that we're going to throw over there. So I don't want it, and like I said, anime, whether it be real topics, it'll be dropped over there. Now I will drop a few over there when sometime in like 2 weeks we're gonna do that. I'm giving a time frame because I don't know right now, but specifically I think my mindset is in 2 weeks we're gonna drop some stuff over there. Because me, Wally, and Marcus have to do. We're gonna watch Black Panther again. So not the second one, the first one. It's really to really give our thoughts about what makes it so great, and also like a character study of Killmonger, T'Challa, and Shuri. Well, I won't say. Oh yeah, I think we'll do those three. I guess we could throw his dad in there too while we at it. You know what? F it. Both the dads, the little sister, and the two sons. We'll do that. Yeah.
Nonetheless, okay. So basically, what to Jay's standpoint is, the backup channel is basically anime, comics. That's it.
Anime, comics.
Unless the extreme happens where, the channel gets dropped down, then it's everything that's going to be dropped back there.
But listen, the only thing we're not talking about is the Kardashians. That's it. So don't look for us for that shit. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, well, that's all.
I think Wally can agree to that. If he does it, then Wally can do a stream we talks about them, but I won't be doing it.
The only way I talk about that BS is only on the money
Is
side.
with Kanye. I already know.
Like that's all. That's it. The money side. That's it. Other than that, everything else I can care less on.
I mean, do you really need to talk about them? That's what I'm telling you.
That's why I said only the money side. I'll talk about it. Other than that, I really wouldn't care. You know, we already know what's gonna happen.
Oh, and also
I mean,
limits too.
and that's if anything else, I would make that a short and then drop it and be like, there we go, there he goes. There's short. Bye. That's that. That's it. I don't really care for it. But that's mostly what we're gonna do. Let's see here, and at least for Marcus's side, well, for Marcus,
where are you?
yeah, Marcus is making his way up there. But for just for
Marcus, I'm being a dick right now.
But yeah, we'll probably set up these questions also amongst the community tab, and then hopefully you guys can answer the community tab when we drop these questions, like these different questions as far as what time you guys are available and you know what you want to see in the further of this channel overall and everything else of that nature.
And also, guys, more news. Like I said, Twitch. Like I said, we'll be there's a Twitch channel to based off. Like I said, based on what we do here, and also, like I said, because Twitch is getting more free than YouTube does. So there's some stuff that I'll be posting on Twitch. Like I said, we're kind of like trying to get not on 3 different platforms, but we're trying to stream on 2 different platforms, and more often than not. And one gives us more access approaches than YouTube itself. So I'm very not weary of it. I'm letting everybody know, letting everybody to know that this is a thing that will be happening.
Right.
There's two we did from there that we're gonna have to upload to this channel, which we will do.
Right. So, because to the main point of Twitch and the atmosphere of Twitch, we can do more things over there than over here. So when it comes to like certain things, there'll probably be more things done over there than here. We will try to do some things over here the same way we do over at Twitch. The only difference is it might be a complete difference as far as, if there will be sounds amongst the videos that we watch amongst movie trailers. Because as you know, anytime you put up a movie trailer, a copyright claim will be, dropped on the video and possibly everything else. So if we can figure out a way where we can, do this, it might be one way here, but it might be a different way over at Twitch. So overall, just be better that way. But that's one of the many nuance or sweet spots that we'll be trying to work up with. Other than that, I mean, who knows? Depending on how we do our anime review actions and how YouTube deals with that, it might be a possibility. We might be doing all those on Twitch because these motherfuckers may just blog everything. Literally, because I was doing some work earlier on, like in the day, and around the time when I was looking up categories, right, and then trying to get a good feel for this stuff. Funny enough, because I was trying to figure out, well, what category would anime be under when it comes to YouTube, and one of these things that popped up in what I was looking at was amongst is can anime be monetized, right? And they told me no because of certain transactional shit. And some dude explained, okay, how can you get your channel to be monetized without it getting flagged? And they had to do certain stuff to the video just so it can actually be able to be done without being flagged. I was like, oh boy. Which I'll talk to you about that later. I'll have to get the video and then I'll send it over to you and stuff like that. So then you know exactly like what to do and all that. But yeah, which is crazy, but okay. But other than that, yeah, just those things up there. Just those things overall. But other than that, to you guys, is there anything do you guys notice? What have you seen that we have done lately that you actually like? Give us your honest review of what we've done so far. for the time that we've been around. Let me see. And as you guys let us know that, I will look up something real quick because I'm still talking on the same thing. Because this is the thing that for me, like, cause for me, like, as far as us doing some random topics, I'm still trippy about the whole ending of the Black Adam thing because again, if you're telling me that Black Adam is in, because the way how they did this one with the whole Justice Society and then, and then the Henry Cavill Superman is like, no, I still hate it. Only because he's in there. Like, you couldn't find another Superman in time to motherfucker play this dude? Really? Let's figure out. Like, it just sends so much too much vibes. Like, it's so, like, I don't care what no one say. Oh, this is a different Superman. No, bull crap. This is the same one from the freaking Justice League. You got Justice Society and then you got Justice League. Pick a new Superman to play the role. My only pushback on that so far. But yeah. And of course, Ironheart. There's a theater. I think there's a theater for Ironheart right now. I don't know if it's there or not, give or take. But yeah, Ironheart is literally, that's coming out soon enough. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm definitely going to be looking it up later on. What else is there? What else is there? That reminds me. What's crazy? And I think Mark is, I don't know if you heard it or not, but this will be funny. This is going to be crazy, right? So there was a boxing ref, right? And the boxing ref stated in this whole thing, right, that he stated that he admitted that he cheated for Manny Pacquiao during win in 2000, right? And then I guess whatever opponent he faced in 2000, he responded to it, which I find that to be crazy because my thing is, and I didn't read the article yet, right? But I did save it. But my thing is this: if you admit to cheating for Manny Pacquiao, my thing is, who put you up to that? That's what that's why I want to know, and hopefully, I hope they say that ish. Okay. Jay Marcus says, please y'all, please react to the new Transformer Rise of the Beast trailer. QB Passport Flexing, thank you for coming. Was good.
QB Passport Flexion. I actually want you on, brother. I know this is Wally's stream, but Wally, I need him up for a second. I got QB. I don't know if you get my message on Discord. I'd like to do a Passport collab with you, brother. It'll be a video while I support Passport Bros. I am letting that be known. What I do. But no. I realized this after Brother Carter's stream. We talked about that shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm not what anybody can do in this shit. Yeet, Sir Yeetus, man. That's such an awesome. He has such a unique, awesome name. I don't know why. Yes, cool. I have time. No problem. Cool, bro. Let's get hold on. I'll put the. Hold on. Put the link back in here again, y'all. And be sure to every fucking 10 minutes, I'll just repost the link in there.
He said he buzzed this.
I'm buzzed as fuck. I got you, Sir Yeetus. Yo, man, what you do, man? Have a party? Buzz evolved into Tipsy. Tipsy evolved into Shit Face. Shit Face evolved into White Girl Wasted, which is the highest form. White Girl Wasted mean you gone and you ain't never coming back. My boys had a couple of those too. Drunk out of his sleep. Nice.
He said white girl wasted.
Hey man, this is true though.
Oh man, this is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, well, actually, you can get buzzed off. If you like two 6 packs, but might start limited. Yeah, you can. I haven't tried it yet, and I'm not going to. I tried to be in control of my marbles. And another thing that I got revealed that I don't that a show just revealed it to me. This is why I don't mess with drunk girls particularly, and why I don't like it particularly. Try to kiss her, she goes up in your mouth. Nah, the most foul shit I've ever seen. I'm like, and that was on the show. I was like, no.
Right. But other than that, yeah. So we're gonna
Hey,
definitely
you
just
can,
a lot of the kick butt shows. We're just gonna try to kick it up. Um, I will also say to this, well, I don't know when I'll get the time, but whenever Jay get me enrolled within StreamYard or overall,
okay.
yeah, because that's
Love
gonna be.
ten enrolled. I love that. I
Well,
mean, like
yeah.
a
Well, what
school
else is gonna be called? But yeah, but whenever I
enrolled.
get enrolled, because
I'm not,
I don't
I know it's
know
the principal. I got you.
what. Yeah, because I don't know when Marcus really has time within the day to do stuff. So I don't want to just say, "Oh, Marcus, hey, what are you doing?" And knowing he's probably doing something big
Yeah,
time. So I was like,
I'm gonna have to give you like access and shit, cause because it costs more to like another person be on there. Okay,
yeah,
so we managed to tie it up. Oh my gosh, I'm reacting to some shit.
because other than that, the only best way I can do it is I just make my own stuff and then I just uploaded it in. Which I still need to check to see what it looks like on my end when I upload stuff because I also got to make sure that I can do most of it to a certain degree. Because the funny thing is, right, because when I'm a manager, I can go live, but the thing is but as far as using a studio like StreamYard or anything else, that's going to be the other problem. So I just have to figure that out. So, which is why I said, give it back there. But yeah, but most of that stuff. But yeah, we're just gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? Do all stuff. What else is there? Yeah, other than that, I mean, shoot me, we're gonna try to clean it up as much as possible, man. We're gonna try to clean it up
Yeah,
as much.
we're gonna try to make it more consistent, more not just we're not gonna just talk. Like I said, we're going to show.
Yeah, Sir Yeet says what we're talking about. So yeah, Sir Yeets. Basically, what we're talking about is we're just trying to get a nice feel for what everyone wants for the channel. Like whatever the conversation is. Like whenever you come in, you listen to the channel. Whenever it's anime, social talks, whatever like that. Let us know. Like, what do you like? What do you think we could work on? What do you don't like? All that stuff. What do you want to see more of, or and how you want to see it? Like, if there are contrasts, like, do you want us to do a battle between Marvel and DC heroes as far as comparing?
Oh shit!
Like if they
Oh,
look similar, and
that's
then
crazy.
you do the
Yeah.
powers, like what do you want to see? Like, what do you want to see? Like overall, when it comes to other movie talks, breaking down certain things, all that stuff. And so let us know. Also,
Like I said, I don't mind doing a breakdown analysis. So don't. Yeah,
yeah. And
I do
also, what
those
time is
anyway.
good for you when it comes to coming to the live streams, if able? Let us know that time range that was good for you, so then we can actually, deliver for everybody. Like, okay, yeah, this is the perfect time range to come live, so let's just do this, and then it's like everyone knows. But yeah, but we're gonna send that post. Like, we're gonna make a community post, so and then everyone can comment. So, lucky enough, we'll get you guys around to that. Canadian born. Thank you, man. Thank you for coming through.
Yeah, like I said, QB. Yeah, I know Sir uses bust.
Yeah. If anyone
Marcus.
wants to come up, the link is in the chat, so y'all can come through.
And guys, like I said, we don't know. Okay, shit. A political stream is going to be different. I don't want to talk about politics, but this is Wally stream. We're going to talk about that if y'all want.
Well, if we're
But
gonna talk about politics, I say it like
but
this. No, no,
I'm just saying
I'm
like
giving an
that's more
example.
not my thing.
I know that, but I'm giving an example. If we're gonna do something of that nature,
Motherfuckers
I'd
got
be
to be
very
we gotta get the material beforehand. But not all of us do if they already know it.
well. That
Me,
and to
I
the
invest
fact
off
that
of we
we
know
have
a
to be
few
very
things and
tech.
then
Oh yeah, but at the same time, if we do something like that, we have to be very technical because I don't just like just talking out of nowhere. Oh yeah, Canadian one's in back.
I see him.
Yeah, what's
Canadian
going
born
on?
Black Panther, I respect it.
What's
Yeah,
going on? What's going on? What's going on? How you doing?
Wakanda forever.
Yeah, done good.
Yeah, I just finished up upgrading my PC today, which I started last night. I got the needed piece. I had the Intel i9 11900K processor. Swap out the motherboard. I did the hard drive clone. Now everything moving like where I want.
Poetic
You know,
justice.
I'm very surprised how cheap that was when you showed me because as far as that being the new latest number and it was only at that 300 and plus price mark, I mean that was amazing. Because you know it's funny, Tristan he showed me the AMD 9, I believe it is, and
Mm-hmm.
that was at the same around the same price. I'm like, how is it at this price range?
Here's the thing. I was trying to teach. I want the thing that I might have to do a broadcast with one of you guys' channel talk about this because what I noticed people want to buy or build PC, but they don't know the proper form of doing it.
Yeah,
And me and my coworker, and one of my other coworkers, we realize we all make the same exact mistake. When they think about it, we overlook it. We're like, oh yeah, that's what it is. Now, mind you, we don't build over 1,000, 10,000 PC, but sometimes you can overlook the simplest thing and not even realize it. So
mm,
I realized I can't just mismatch hardware. So I had to make sure everything within the same generation, so everything worked properly well. Because one, I'm not going to go into the 12 or 13 generation model that's already out already. Because known issue, you cannot have more than two slots around filled up. And me, I like to have the whole entire four slot filled up.
mm,
That's the problem. There's
right.
some issue with the processor and the bus speed. Everybody need this particular retainer, which I bought mine, but I would have for the wrong mother, but I will hold on to the next one.
Mm,
So much other issue going on. You got the video card issue happening with the 4090 series whatsoever, etc. So when anything new comes out, there's always a bunch of issues that go along with it.
right.
So I'm not gonna jump on, break my pocket just so I can have the no.
Yeah, exactly.
Now if I win the Powerball, then yeah, I just put aside 50 grand just for the PC alone. Everybody looking at me like, 50 grand?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I'm not buying the case, I'm buying the table case. This time gonna be in the table instead. Come
Oh
on.
man, yeah,
Who wanna have bragging right? I got the best PC ever, but after the table. Get it?
right.
I am the table.
Yeah.
It
Oh
is
man.
what it is.
Damn, man, you remember that cord I sent you? So you know how they told me that the cord that image record that I sent you, they told me that that was the standard, the standard thing for the moderator. I was like the standard, and like you sent me that like I was supposed to know what I'm supposed to do with that, but I didn't know what socket I was supposed to enter this thing into.
And
I'm
that's
like,
the problem. What you were doing, you were trying like you was on the budget side. You was going budget end. And though how to put it? You had a refurbished PC that only use auto office level, then whatever monitor you were using, that'll be really, really old. Now,
apparently,
I tell people this: you don't want to go too extremely cheap. When you go too extremely cheap, you kind of hinder yourself. I used to do that. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
I would be the cheapest bastard on the planet just to get the bang for your buck. But when I realized you have to be careful about it, because when you go for the bang for your buck, you calculate how many times you gotta upgrade and upgrade and upgrade and upgrade to the point where you feel like you're wasting money. So I'm like, mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah, you're on that.
So in life,
What? The funny thing is, because other than it being on sale at the time when I bought it, it was what
mhm,
at least. Originally, it would be sold at 180, but other than that, that was the difference.
And that's the thing. We learned it in trade school. When you buy a PT that's so cheap, you have a huge question mark. How much skill do you have available that can maintain that PT last for more than a year or two? If it's
Right.
that extremely cheap, that's the first question you're gonna ask.
Mhm.
Two, if any of the hardware fail in that PC, you have any location we can get it for cheap also? If not,
Right. Right.
it's no
Because you know
different.
what I was thinking. At least I hope. Right. This is like the bare minimum hope that I had for it. Let's say hypothetically it worked and it was decent, and it hold up for me for as long as it can to the time I
Hmm.
get it. I'm able to build up a new one.
Hmm.
Like, because I remember I seen a video where like you will take the whole case,
Hmm.
you transfer that case to a whole like to the to the free case. That's what I was thinking about doing. Like I was trying to neither I'll be transferring or
Yeah,
neither I
but the thing
build a
is,
new model altogether.
there are people who do those things. They have the skill of fabrication. They can fabricate the case, do all kind
Yeah.
of weird stuff with it. I don't have that skill set yet, nor do I have the tool. I would love to have that skill because if you have that skill set of fabrication and you build PC, you're a monster right
Right.
off the bat. Because there are people out there, they are showcasing their skill set whereby they get a regular wood table, cut a hole in it, build it to a case, have copper piping. I was like, no, that
Right.
one guy did it. But get the funny thing, he the pilot, an aviation major, built a custom PT in a wooden table with copper pipe and everything. Everybody was like,
Right.
yo,
Because funny enough, right? Because I looked inside the case, right, and it practically has everything in there, right? I think I
hmm
can put like a couple of gram sticks in there. I think if I'm pretty
it
sure
it
that slots in.
it depends. That's what I'm trying to explain
Yeah.
to you. You look at the generation of that particular motherboard. You
Yeah.
look at what is compatible with that motherboard. You can't get
Yeah.
into that not compatible because you do that you just
You're right, and that's what I'm saying because
I,
it show the slots, but I don't want to go too far deep into it
I know
without
unless
the upgrades.
unless you're a Linus
Polo,
tech,
thank you for coming through.
unless you're a Linus tech who's a crazy nerdy, he like to try all those type of little awkward experiment. Let's get an OPC. Let's see if we can build with it. He got the
Well,
money.
Bolo,
He
come
got the
on up, bro. I'd
time.
love to have you on.
He got the
Yep,
resource
good,
for
good.
that. So
Mhm.
that's what it is. But for me,
Yeah, because I've been seeing it because like I said, I've seen it done with these guys that do their own that do the things. They do it with like classic views of the Dell, and then they'll transfer it over to the whole free case model. So it's like that's why I'm just giving the visuals like it just in my mind
yeah,
frame.
but the thing is, you gotta know what exactly you're doing. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The problem with people these days, I notice, when it comes to PC building, PC upgrading, they concerning the IT, people looking for the shortcut to do it, but they don't have the knowledge, nor the insight to understand what the heck they're doing. That was scary. So when you are trying to invent that web, you gotta ask yourself this question: what's the risk you gonna take? Because one, when you get an outdated PC with some outdated hardware, you gotta look at do you have spare hardware on the side in case something goes wrong. One thing people don't notice is any PT hardware that past 6 years, 7 years of age, they barely have replacement part laying around. You can search the web all you want. Chances if you do find it, you find out you gotta spend more extra money than what you expected. Sometimes the money may cost more than your PC. So
Mhm.
why will you hinder yourself? Can't go to the cheap end. Then when the hardware goes wrong, the part that you had to purchase for it, it costs way more than the PC itself.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because here's the joke. People were saying this though. Why would I buy the Nvidia RTX 4090 when the cost of that video card costs more than the PC?
Hmm.
One video card
Right.
that's out today, it's the same price you would pay for a custom-made PC mid-range.
Right. You know what's crazy? I don't know if I talked to you about this, but I need to ask you this, right? So
Right.
I remember you mentioned about the gateway laptops. How do you feel about those?
Let me see. Gateway laptop is nothing more than an Acer PC. Gateway and Acer are the same company. So I got no beef with them, but quality level of those PC is like third level. Top two is mostly HP and Lenovo, right? Dell is stuck on third place, competing with Acer and Gateway Flash. So Gateway PC is alright, it's okay, but it's not my thing. My thing is this: I don't deal with brand name no more. For a guy like me who can build their own PC, I might well just build my own PC. When it comes to laptop, I
Right.
try to stay away from laptop because, for one, the first time when I ask myself, how far can I upgrade the PC to my life without hurting myself? Are there the limitations to what kind of hardware I can put into this laptop? Because in most cases, in laptop, you can only replace the hard drive and the RAM freely, as long there's no type of BIOS blocker. Meaning,
Mhm.
they're a perfect example. It only allow you to install a specific memory module from a particular company. But other laptop, you can take almost any more RAM stick, they're not, it's not gonna be a problem, or hard drive, it's not gonna be a problem. But they will restrict you, so that means you gotta pay money through them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you
Mhm.
gotta be careful of that.
Right.
Another thing, if you want to get a laptop, you gotta ask yourself this question: what you get a laptop for? What will be the purpose for it?
Mhm.
I always tell people before you buy a laptop, before you buy anything, you write them a list. So what you use the laptop for? What are the requirements? What you need on the laptop? What kind of software you need on the laptop? How much space do you need? Is it for work? Is it for school? Is it for media? Is it for rendering? Whatever you want to use it for, you gotta get an idea what's expected for that particular model. Second of
Right.
all, you gotta look at your pros and your cons. As in, what's the minimum budget you pay for the laptop? What's the maximum budget you pay for the laptop?
Mhm.
When you have an idea of what the minimum you'll pay, what the maximum you're gonna pay, then it will filter away what you need, what you don't need. Some brand will fall within that category of your budget, some brand will not. Everybody say, "Oh, I need an Apple." Okay, what do you need an Apple for? So because you say you want an Apple, Peter, doesn't mean it's all that great.
Right.
I will not waste my time trying to waste my time of thinking, "Oh, Apple's this Apple." No, 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 no. Apple's not all that great to me. Yes, Apple's good for rendering. Apple do good for productivity, like graphic design, etc. It designed OS for that, based on the certain application use. It's fine. Laptop can also be better than that too as well. You've seen some great laptop coming from Asus and other brand names that are competing. So you gotta ask yourself, if Apple the case, you don't gotta spend money on Apple. Now, here's the trick part.
Mhm.
Everybody thinks Apple is great for streaming. The answer to that question is hell no. I don't care what
Yeah, I
anybody
can
tell
agree
me.
to that because I know someone that has an Apple computer and no,
I know.
he,
I know
he has
people
moments of lagging and everything else of that nature.
people don't come to
That's
me
almost
like,
his
oh,
laptop and desktop.
but here's the problem. You have people on the YouTube street that will come and attack me. Why are you talking about Apple like that for? I'm like, dude, I'm a hardware junkie. When you have built over thousand upon thousand upon thousand of PCs, and all you have ever done is just use a PC, who the hell are you to tell me about hardware? Really? It's like a carpenter telling a mechanic how to fix a car.
Right.
No, I'll say it again. Let everybody hear this broadcast. How can a carpenter woods think you can tell a mechanic how to fix a car? Please make it make sense to me.
You can't.
There you go. So when I tell people these things, don't mess with my knowledge. But here's the problem. Apple is designed for certain things, yes. Graphics, rendering, media production, editing, creativity, yes. But it's not designed for long, prolonged processing of data to and fro, rendering of graphics to and fro at the same time, at where a data input contained with a third-party application you're using, whereby you go on the web.
Right.
It never was designed for that.
Mhm.
Question is, did that Apple laptop have a third-party video card in there? No.
Right.
We don't get it. I remember I did a particular project for a bank, Centennial Bank. It was one of that particular project that allowed me to showcase my work skills, and the manager was shocked about what I know because I told him this is something a lot of companies make mistakes on. It was around the beginning of the pandemic when we got the warning that they say a lot of the people have to go home, got to work from home. We're doing with the traders, so we're testing out different models of different laptop coming from HP. Okay, fine. They got a documentation fine. They were trying to figure out what kind of setup would I have. Now I work with them on that particular project, and I showcase what I know about hardware. And I explain to them for this laptop, the maximum monitor you can put on this thing is about 2 to 3 monitors, depending on how the setup is going to be. If we're doing to the docking station, the docking station they're going to commit maybe 2, almost 3. Depends because of the resources. If these laptops don't have a third-party video card, you limit it down to 2. Now, if you want to push it to 3, then you push it beyond its limit because you're going to have some resource issues. You can't expect a Volkswagen Beetle to act like a Rolls Royce or a Honda Accord to act like a Lamborghini. It's not possible. Something to apply to laptops. So, when you connect multiple monitors to a particular machine, it takes a lot of resource. It takes a lot of RAM resource, it takes a lot of hard drive resource. And when the hard drive resource is turned to a cache. So when you see a little lagging going onto your PC, that's because you're pushing your PC beyond its limit. Either you're on the internet or you're watching a video or you're working on some application, doing some spreadsheet. Whenever you have a lag, it's all based on how much stress you put on the hardware. Same applies to Apple. Apple is not designed for streaming. It's designed for editing video, yes. It's designed for editing music, yeah. Any kind of creativity, but when it comes to streaming, it's not meant for that. So what I tell people, when you get a laptop for streaming, you actually need a gaming laptop. Keyword, gaming. With a gaming laptop, it comes with a third-party video card, either be an AMD video card or an NVIDIA video card. That's number one. It comes to a specific amount of RAM, minimum 16 gigs of RAM. We can go up to 64 now these days. It comes with a particular type of hard drive. It's not going to be a regular solid-state hard drive. This is a mechanical hard drive for a laptop. We got solid-state hard drive, and got a one that's a stick. My new motherboard got 4 terabyte with 2 terabyte each, with a 980 Samsung hard drive. So after I did the upgrade, it thing's moving quickly fast, which I'm loving it.
Right here. 4 terabytes. WD Elements.
Yeah. Now the thing about those internal hard drive, you gotta ask yourself this question. Most of them have this inside. They're mechanical, but it's not solid state. Now, if it's solid state hard drive, it will not be a power source. It will use USB and it takes less power, but it's real fast. Now, when it comes to laptop, new laptop will come with these thick hard drives called NVMe. They're super fast, they rewrite fast, and make things move a little smoothly. Now, that's one part. Second part, video and graphics. If you're gonna be mobile, you're gonna be streaming while you go to places. I told Blackman Unfiltered, you can call him up. He will tell you. I walked the guy through the process. He made a great purchase, and he's loving it to this day. That's why gaming laptop is the best laptop to use for streaming. It lets you go be mobile all over the place. Now you're gonna be stationary. You might just build a custom-made PC. Some people buy pre-built PC from Amazon or eBay or whatever they can get it from. That's just fine. Now you better have it custom-made built the way you want it, if you have the budget. Now me, I didn't rush to get everything. I did get it piece by piece. When you get everything piece by piece, you know how to. It's like you're building a house. You know what foundation you're gonna build a house with, what's gonna put on the house, will be inside the house, will be on top of the house. When it comes to PC, I'm looking at the motherboard, what kind of what I'm going to use. what the feature the motherboard come with. What do I allow me to do with that motherboard, right? That's the first part. Second part, based on the motherboard, what kind of process I can put on that motherboard. Now, me, I like to put the beast. I got to have the beast processor in it. Since I'm Intel, it will be i9. Back then, i7 was the king until the i9 came in, so I'm an i9 kind of guy. There you go. What's the maximum RAM we can put on the motherboard? Gaming PCs, regular PC, the maximum for regular PC is 64. Maximum for gaming motherboard is 128. For servers and so on, we go for 256 gigs and beyond. How much hard drive are you going to put in there? What kind of hard drive setup are you going to put in? If you want to put a sound card, here's a perfect example. This is a sound card. It came off my last build before I upgraded, but I can't put in this new build because the video card took the spot. This is a creative SBXZ sound card, good sound quality.
Mm-hmm.
I am not selling this one. I'm keeping it for a while.
Yeah, but so the reason why I asked you about the Gateway, right? You know what's crazy? Because I find a decent Gateway 8 gig, 256 gigabyte on Walmart, and it was brand new. It said it was brand new, Windows 11 for $200, which is basically better than both of the computers I bought.
Now, you know it's brand new for $200. I tell you this, it's not really brand new.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
When I say that, in the market, a real brand new up-to-date laptop start around $600-700.
Yeah, exactly.
So around 200.
They most likely put that on sale because it just wasn't selling.
And it's not. It either wasn't selling, backup inventory, or refurbished. Right.
It didn't say refurbished, but it probably was backup inventory.
Walmart is known not to tell the truth sometimes. I used to work for Walmart.
Okay, good point.
That's wild.
Good point.
And I used to work for Best Buy, so I know the inside scoop.
Yeah, but I'll say this because my thing is, even then, it did sell out quick because people were buying them bad boys.
That's the thing about it. When you have something that's super cheap, it's almost like you're getting a Black Friday. Why Black Friday is there's always sale going on like crazy? Main reason why?
I mean, Cyber Monday and shit like that.
It meant to empty the inventory to make room for new inventory coming in.
Right.
This inventory was not selling, so to get a write-off, let's just bring down the price. Hope it will be bought out quickly as possible, so the new stuff can come in and replace the old stuff.
Right. Well, this was actually before Black Friday came through, so yeah.
I figured that.
Yeah.
Now, then since it's $200, question that I asked, how long that gonna last?
That part too.
Remember what I just said before, when you go super cheap, you may end up replacing that thing almost on a yearly basis or almost a bi-yearly basis. That would look bad.
Right. Because it did say Windows 11, but 9 times out of 10, it could have been Windows 10, and then you could switch to Windows 11.
About Windows 11. My last build before I swap out the motherboard and then the CPU, it said my motherboard would qualify for Windows 11. So I did a test. I got chewed out by my fellow tech geek, aka Mandrell. He said, "Why are you gonna do that for?" I said, "I want to test something out. I want to see to myself." My coworker like, "I wish you luck." They know what's going on because for one, certain generation of hardware can only do well with Windows 11. Windows 11 will require you to have at least, based on today's timeline, it cannot be more than 3 years old. Based on the year of production it came out. So if I want to go on the Intel side, it cannot be less than generation 10. My work laptop with that chin in the background, they upgrade my laptop remotely with this new technology. They do that these days. It went from Windows 10 to Windows 11. So this laptop Windows 11 already. But it had 10 generation motherboard, 10 generation Intel Plus i5, and it works fine. There's no lag. But It's compatible. It was designed for that. Now, if you go to like my favorite store, Micro Center, Micro Center is the best store for nerds and guys. I don't know about the ladies, but for nerds and guys. If you go to the PC building section and look at motherboards, you look at the motherboard pricing or advertisement, for example. You know what? I'll give you a perfect example. I'll get two boxes of motherboard I have here. I'll put the background so you can understand where I'm coming from. Let's
Okay, so I do have my.
let me put it back to original. Okay. You have this motherboard right here that I had before in my PC. It was in my PC before. There's the Asus RG Strix Z39E. Now, normally the advertisement would be at the bottom here, right? It doesn't say anything about Windows 11. It doesn't say anything about Windows 10. It doesn't say about the processor, the video card it will support, the RGB, and graphics, right?
Mhm.
The new motherboard, what I replaced it with, if you look right over here, it say Windows 11 ready. 10 generation motherboard will say the same thing too. 11 generation motherboard will say 12 at 1213. Now 9 generation, 10 generation is good for Windows 10 as well as 8 generation. So when I say 10 generation is the minimum, is the reason why behind it. So when you have anything that's past 10 generation, you talk about 9, 8, 7, there's some hardware issue along the way. One, read or write. Windows 11 put way too much stress on old hardware. It does. Even though it's not supposed to install it, you can still install it. The problem is the level of lagging you will see in the PC. It will piss you off so much. You will like, you lose your cool.
Right.
When I say that,
It'd be the same piece of garbage lag that I would get on this freaking laptop right now.
So if I want to put Windows 11 on my PC right now, I can, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I like it.
Right.
I'm finishing the updating all the driver whatsoever. I gotta put in the new Windows license on there because based on Windows 10, they embed the Windows license into your motherboard, not into your hard drive. Back then, you could swap hard drive from one place to another place and still carry the license over. Now, what they're doing right now, when you store a new Windows operating system, the product license of the window is embedded into the BIOS of your motherboard. When you swap motherboard, it will recognize that the license is not here, so I got to purchase a new license. Nowadays, you can get a cheap license for free. Not for free, but you can get it for cheap, like around, I don't know, $17, $18, $19, $21. There are multiple websites out there to do that. People who build PC, we know about this already. The thing about motherboards, Asus is the perfect small website to go to. You see all different type of motherboard. You have one for budget people, you have one for in between, pretty good. Then you have next level. You have the TUF Tough Edition, that's a cheap brand. You have the Strix, what I showed you earlier, was from the 9th generation. Then you have the Maximus, which is top level. Then we have the Pro Art. Every motherboard got different features for different purpose. The Pro Art motherboard that they have out there is for graphic designers, for editors, and people who do all kind of things. So what it does, it designed the bus speed so if you read a right hard drive can respond faster to what you're doing. So if you're doing a huge project, there's no lag. But it's good for gaming, but it's meant for rendering, graphic design, those type of workloads. You got server motherboard for that. You got gaming motherboard for that. I got the Extreme, which is more like for testing the speed, stress testing, all that other stuff. That's my kid with a pencil sharpener.
Marcus, you good, bro?
Yeah, she's right next to me. That's my daughter, she always. So, oh Lord, here she comes. Oh Lord. Why does she want to be in my business? If you see a ghost head right here, that's my daughter.
Yeah, we can see it.
have Wakanda.
You're not gonna show your face. I don't want you to show your face.
No.
Wakanda forever.
Yay.
Okay, bye bye.
No. No. What are you talking about?
And then when I have Rugrats in my own.
That's original.
And this is why. Did what I did with?
Are you daddy's friend?
I am.
We are.
Say we are. You can go. Bye bye.
Wait.
Bye bye.
Who's Jet Toss?
Like a camel, you may want.
This is why I tried to move out of New York City to get a bigger apartment so I can actually lock the door and avoid this.
Feels like Corey Kempton.
This will happen when you're a good dad or a great dad, and they'll be all up in your business.
Yeah.
You know what they say? They ain't no room to watch over.
That little girl, yeah.
We are talking
They
about.
no room to watch.
Bye.
Hi.
Yeah, they got.
The good thing my grandkids are not here. They're worse.
Of course. Is this live or pre-recorded? Don Q, Don G.
It's live.
So this is what I'm trying to say, because
Time to tweak it, but don't worry.
Acer give you a perfect example of how to make motherboard for different purpose. Because what they're trying to do is cater to the customers. If you try to find a budget, go to the tough motherboard. If you're looking for a great gaming motherboard, you go for the strip. You go for above that one, you got the Maximus series. If you're doing for graphic design, you got a Pro Art. If you're trying to build some kind of server in your crib, you got it. It's like saying just like phones. You know how you different kind of phone. You got the gaming phone, you got the fashion phone, you got the camera phone, you got the business phone, which I got the business phone. S22 Ultra business. You know what I'm saying? But everything was cater and designed for perfection. This ain't to a PC. The thing is, when it comes to building a PC, I tell people this. You don't have to get everything all at once. You could be a bargain hunter. Do your research. See what kind of set you can look for. Look what kind of case you want to get. Then from there, you build from there. The case is always important. You know, I'm going to say this why, because one, when you find the right case, that case can last with you for almost 10 years. You can swap out the part in that case, it will still be functioning. That's it. Power supply, you gotta think about it. It's like a rocket science. Get the bigger power supply you can get, they're gonna last you much longer than 10 years. You got power supply that lasts for 10 years, don't last for 15 years, based on the size, capacity. Motherboard, you have to future-proof it. Don't get the latest, but don't get the oldest either. Look for something in between the middle of your budget. Or if you're like me, if you're a bargain hunter, you can find them in eBay, you can find them on paper marketplace, you can find them in New Egg, and you gotta be like patient. Amazon is the funniest one ever. In one moment, that motherboard may look expensive right now. 4 months later, it dropped so bad, you're like, oh, right price. You buy before it go back up.
Right.
Amazon's like a stock market when it comes to items. If you think about it.
Yeah.
The price sometimes drops.
Man,
And
trust me.
sometimes peaks back up based on supply and demand.
Because there was so much time that I was literally looking for a solid desktop. It was at a certain price, but then of course, as it got lesser, it kept rising.
And you're right.
Yo.
Here's the thing.
No, no. Don Q to come up and get that to you. I may have the number, but I need his permission to do that. I prefer
know.
to give it. So just
No.
come on up in the private chat and type it.
Now, here's the thing. I got two video cards in my possession right now, right?
I'm not supposed to do that.
This is my old video card I'm trying to sell right now. I have it listed on Facebook Marketplace for $720. This is a NVIDIA, no, let me say it correctly. It's a Gigabyte Vision NVIDIA RTX 3070 Ti. I got a 3080. There's one level above. And I'm fine with it. This is a real good video card. But let me tell you this right now. What's going on in the gaming market is because of the disappointment of the 40 series, the 30 series, which is the 30 series, the price is going back up again. People are realizing, oh, I'm not gonna waste my time or buy a 40 series, 4090, and something goes wrong with the cable, or I get a 4080 and it's subpar to what the 30, like those type of thing. Everybody waiting for the AMD video cards.
Mm-hmm.
So same thing applies to motherboards. Sometimes you gotta be careful. Some motherboards, I was watching it. It was expensive a few weeks ago, and all of a sudden it had dropped like almost half price. I'm like, what? What? It was like that's a... Before I watch Amazon, I do window shopping. Always looking, always observing. Now I will tell people this: if you're gonna use Facebook Marketplace, one advice: if you go purchase anything, make sure you go through the Facebook system so you can have a paper trail.
Gotta collect on your receipts.
Bingo. Because when you order through the Facebook Marketplace, when they say buy, the option for buy, you click buy. At least people can monitor it and track it. Now, if you're trying to meet people up in person, you're taking a risk. I did that a couple of times. I would say 90% of the time it was good for me. I did have some incident that pissed me off. I want to choke the guy if I see him. I might choke him, body slam him, jackknife him, power bomb him a couple more times, do the Raider airs a few more times before I'm satisfied. But it happens. I'm not always perfect. I make mistakes sometimes. I mean, X out my daughter, which will be on my business again. And the thing is, you want to be careful when you're buying stuff. I got about 80% of my stuff from Facebook Marketplace. Either I got it in person, I check and validate it before I get it in cash, or I wire the money to them. I got 2 webcams. I got a good purchase. I got 2 monitors. No, not 2 monitors. I got 5 monitors. 2 here, 2 for my workstation. I'm thinking of getting a monitor arm that can hold 3 monitors, so get under like a streaming setup properly. I can have one disc for streaming
Oh, yeah, I forgot that.
and
I'll still
2 for
be here.
productions. You know what I mean? So I'm doing all the type of crazy
Just gonna
stuff.
mute myself.
DQ, if you come up, please come up so I can give you my information. So I can help you out with this PC builder because me and a few other people,
I'm over here.
I'm not gonna lie.
Some prices on these things.
Among us computer techs who work for a living at the computer tech center, we like to pick each other's brain like crazy. Very funny because you'll be in a corner having conversation, asking each other bills, see what you have done, what kind of thing you tried out. They will actually have you typed this one out because I'm not sure if I do it on my end. So one of us will volunteer to do that crazy test. So we share the information. So like I said, I do stress tests on my PC almost every now and then. And learning the valuable lessons, even though I didn't have to wait to see it on YouTube. 2 of my YouTubers I follow, they mentioned that J271 and Lambert Tech, the crazy nerd. He always said when you want to build PC, it's something you got to be very careful. You don't want to make match hardware. It's like saying I take a Volkswagen Beetle, right? The outside by a Volkswagen Beetle, and I take the engine of a Lamborghini and put it inside a Volkswagen Beetle. Is that gonna be possible? Yeah, think about it. The chassis of the Volkswagen Beetle is only big for a Volkswagen big engine. It's not big enough to put a Lamborghini engine inside a Volkswagen Beetle.
Right.
But people do that. Like somebody will say, I'll buy a Chrysler 300. Yeah, that's just my bootleg version of the Rolls Royce. But it's not the Rolls Royce because you don't have the same engine, you don't have the same chassis. You have the same qualification. PC builder is exactly the same. You don't want to mismatch. And perfect example, if you're trying to have a PC for both streaming and gaming, you really, really have to do your homework based on the motherboard, based on the processor, based on what kind of video card you want to put in there. The hard drive, let me get the box. I'll see what it's going to look like. Because at the time I ought to educate people about it. Yeah. This is the type of hard drive I had in my motherboard. This is a Samsung 9080 Pro 2 terabyte. I got 2 of these. The read write is about, if I'm correctly, 7,000 megabytes. To me, my PC goes super fast.
Nice.
I got 2 DT in the motherboard. I just finished cloning my old hard drive. Took that hard drive out, which was also 2 terabytes. Put that in the PlayStation 4. Then when I'm done with this soon, I might have to update that one later on to get it up and running again.
Wow, $200 for a 32 gigabyte? Ain't this a mug?
32 gigabyte of what?
Oh no,
Laptop?
this is the RAM stick. This is the RAM of memory.
For a laptop?
No. Like the actual RAM stick. The actual, like, you know, the.
Oh yeah, it will be. No, let me play this.
Yeah.
RAM sticks. You can find budget.
Right.
Now the thing about RAM stick is always based on brand. Corsair, and G Skill are considered to be top brand out there. You have PNY out there. If I'm correct, it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 popular brand of RAM sticks out there. And there's many other behind that, but most of the other ones are most likely not popular within the US. They may be popular in other countries.
Right.
But depend on quality. That's the thing. That's what this thing is all about. Because when it comes to quality, you want to make sure you get the right one. There's some RAM sticks, and they were good for a while. They may die out on you. I don't know where. You want to be careful about that. Just like when you buy a house or you want to buy a car, you gotta look at the reviews about these certain RAM sticks you want to use. Are they good quality or are they bad quality? How long did it last? What did the customer say about these RAM sticks? Did they enjoy the quality of the product or not? That's other thing you gotta look at. So, yeah, RAM stick is not cheap. Now, I got 64 gigs, but that's not the max. The max on this motherboard is 128. 128 gigs. That's the max. Now, would I love to have that? Hell yeah. No, I would like to have 128 in the motherboard, and everything you click, it just no lagging. You just click it one time, right in your face, like, oh, I like that. No lagging, and you got about what? 1, 2, 3. Oh, correct. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 slots for to put the NVMe. Now, you're not gonna believe this. For those who got super deep pocket, the biggest NVMe hard drive, if I'm correct, is about 8 gigs. Tab Baron. You look it up on Amazon. That bad boy is $1,699 for one stick. So to max that one out, it'll be 8 times 4. Like I said, if you have deep pocket, go ahead.
Oh wow.
You talk about what? 32 terabyte of hard drive in the motherboard already. Now, certain motherboard give you extra spaces. You can add another slot, and boom, video card. We don't talk about video card a little bit extra because people need to understand something. Some of these video cards that came out, one of them is too extreme. That is the NVIDIA 4090 motherboard. Collection video card. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090 is technically designed for 8K video processing. A few people have tested out and have been proven you can play video game on an 8K TV by 60 frames, which is an overkill, but an 8 gig 8K TV will cost like what, I don't know, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. And they have a video card that allows you to play 8K video games, or you can watch movies in 8K. That's an overkill. You don't need all that. You got me. I don't remember that. It's not needed. Even though you can play 4K ED with about average 120 frame rate per second. But that video card that came out recently is by far is a beast for streaming. You shouldn't have no problem when you're on the web streaming like crazy. It will process everything. Got 24 gigs of video RAM. My video card got 12 gigs of video RAM.
Right.
The not predecessor, the next upgrade to my video card is not doing too well because based on performance wise, they didn't do too well. It got 16 gigs of video RAM, but the performance is not better than the 3080. So I was like, what's the point of me buying that? Hey, Donkey, thank you very much. I see it. If you're still here, I'll give you my number.
All right, Donkey, I got you.
This is my number. I'll put his number on my phone. I can do business with people, and like I said, I'm a nerdy guy.
I got it. I'm marking it. Let me put my number in there.
I know I got him on Facebook already. I follow him, and he's doing great things. I give him props for that. Okay.
Yeah, because Micro Center, someone I knew told me about Micro Center, so I was like,
Oh, I'm telling you, Micro Center is the store for guys and girls.
yeah, because I'm going through it. Yeah, 'cause I just re-went. Like, I remember last time I went there because I was actually on experience. So I didn't really took too much of a look, but looking at it again, oh yeah. Yeah, that was at the time when I was just trying to find whatever I can. That's why I went those speed run.
Man, when I saw those 3D printers over there, I was like, what?
Oh
You
yeah.
got 3D print? I was like, man, not it. And this pandemic, it lets you know what you can do with a 3D printer right now. People are creating all kind of things with a 3D printer.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Some of the things they created, they're not supposed to be creating at all. And the United States government was too stupid not seeing it coming. And I called it out a long time ago, before I had the idea. And me and my family were saying the same time. I say, it's great to have a 3D printer, but I'm sure somebody's going to abuse it and do something that will cause an alarm. Trying to find out you can build an unlicensed weapon. Yeah. They got 3D printer that print out plastics, and we got 3D printer that print out metal.
Right. Jay, if you still moderating, I think John GQ is in the back. Unless you plan on coming up, I don't know. Sure.
And the thing is, to me, I was looking at 3D printer as the coolest tool to have in the house in case of repair, the case of you want to create something, in case of a project you're working on. I remember watching this thing a year or two ago, almost 2 years ago, during the pandemic. One unique dad who was spending times with his kids. He did something very unique. He was watching Beyblade with his kids, the anime, and he noticed, okay, how in the world these people that are selling these Beyblades bit and tear the crappy stadium when you could just build your own? He actually built almost a replica of the actual Beyblade small ring.
No.
And it was huge. And the thing is, I was looking at that like, that's a lot of filament to do, because he did put a blueprint online at one point. It took he had to print out 16 pieces of it to get the whole entire circle, because he actually do the rendering on the PC. But you had a AutoCAD software, if you're able to calculate the diameter and the range what it look like when you actually build a Beyblade stadium based on that caliber, and you have the money for the filament, which is mostly plastics. It said he took him about a week and a half to build it. So for one, how long it takes for a 3D printer to print out each piece? You have to dissect it.
Right.
So when they print each piece, it takes hours to print out one, depending on how big the size of it. So imagine a huge block of the piece it's printing out. You put the assignment to the 3D printer. You make sure you have more than enough filament. You let it run. You come back tomorrow. A couple of hours later, the first piece is finished. Start the next one. Or if you have the type of setup whereby you load the filament as it go by, it will print out every single section, complete without stopping. So it took about almost a week to print out every single 16 piece. It took me a while to use super glue everything together. Then he had to sand it. After he sanded, he had to wax it.
All right.
Somebody did the same thing, but did worse than that. Somebody did a 3D print version of a car that actually workable car. And they say it took about almost 2.5 months to print out all the pieces for a car.
Right.
All plastic. Hey, Don Q, what's going on?
What's going on, brother?
What's up? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I
we
hear
can
you.
hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Got these earbuds in. I didn't know if y'all could hear me. What's up, fellas?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Hey,
Yeah. What's up, Wally?
What's going on, man?
I'm that cookie nerd, always doing some crazy stuff out here.
Hey, it's crazy. They got three brothers in the room that I actually fucks with.
Hey, this is what it is. I'm always gonna be that one interview where everybody think I'm a weirdo, and we don't
Man.
care if I'm a weirdo or not.
It's all good, brother. We all got our attributes.
If we didn't have
Hey, but,
guys like you, how would we be able to build these computers on the other side, knowing they wouldn't tell us?
No, they would tell you for a price.
Exactly. Yeah. That's my point. Exactly.
But the thing is, this is my passion. This is what I love to do. The content building PC is very relaxing. So here's the joke.
And then even if they do tell you for a price, they're not going to tell you everything.
You're right.
I noticed that people think I'm weird because I like to educate my customers. Because I saw. Thank you very much. Because there's a lot of things I learned over the years that it caught me off guard. I was like, wow, these corporates are sneaky as what? Remember back in the day when you buy a PC and you open a box, you get a bunch of CD, you got the operating system in one CD, you got a driver in another CD, you got all the stuff in the CD, right? All of a sudden the company realized they don't want to do that no more, and they stop putting the CD, but they're putting it in the hard drive of the PC. They expect you, if you will remember, to make a copy of it in case something goes wrong. 9 times out of 10, not a lot of people do that. I remember going to multiple homes out here in New York City, and I asked the customer, "Do you have the CD for the computer?" "Oh, well, I bought the computer. It didn't come with no CD." I'm like, "Oh, shit." They put it into your PC. They're thinking you will remember to burn a copy of the software in your PC, which I know that you're not going to do it. What do you mean? And I explained to them what happened. Every PC company, when they realize they lose, making CD software for users, it's not that expensive. These CDs are cheap. But because they want to find a way to cut corners to make money, they decide not to do that. So when you buy a new PC, you'll never see no PC to this day with a software CD. Unless you buy the part. That's the drift. You're buying a motherboard, you're buying a video card, they come with a CD for the software. Mostly the motherboard, mostly for the video card or the network card or the sound card, they come with a CD. But when you buy a whole PC, it will not come with a CD. It will be installed on your PC with a particular partition in your hard drive. They will think that you will remember to get a CD burner and burn out the CD. And many people they're not even that tech savvy enough. And this is what I found out very scary. We're not like the Japanese or the Chinese, but they're a bunch of nerds. In China, they got a store, they could build their own phone. They don't buy it for, they just buy the part for the phone, make their own phone, and they keep it pushing. You ain't gonna find that in the US. How you gonna find a huge shopping mall, supermarket that sell all kind of parts where you can build your own PC, build your own smartphone, You build your own iron. You build your own microwave. Build your own TV. Who do you know in their country will build their own TV? Talk like over the phone. I laugh because I was like, I don't think anybody really realize what that this means. But that means the people over there in China are highly educated. They're not playing around. They want to make sure you have a highly educated public. So in case of job, in case of anything that pop up, they're prepared for that. But in the US, when you buy a TV, something wrong with the TV, okay, I'll just buy another way place to put the TV out. What happened to all the old electronic that you put out there? The US have been shipping all our electronic waste to other countries. And people are getting pissed off about it. They're enough is enough. Now, in some countries, they're smart. You ship it to them, they ship it apart for the part. They recycle it. Like, you can find gold on multiple motherboards. Either be cell phone, either be TV, either be computer, whatever. All the shiny yellow stuff you see is actually gold for connectivity. Sometimes you find copper there. If you don't have to ship it down to the bear, good luck. But this country is so wasteful, it's not even funny. I remember back in my country, they have a shop. They could repair anything. Your TV, your lamp, your iron, doesn't matter. I want someone to know how to do electrical work. Just open the pot, fix it, back it brand new. Keep it pushing.
We've lost a lot of skill sets, man, in this country. A lot of people don't know how to do nothing for themselves. You know, it's just now. Listen, man, y'all laughing, but I get it. Like some people, they'll call my company and they'll say, "Hey, I need a light bulb change, or I need a smoke detector change." I charge them $100. Smoke detectors, I charge them $125, $145. But something as simple as changing a light bulb, you would think they know how to do that shit, you know, or just hanging a picture. But if it wasn't for slow, stupid people, I wouldn't even be in business.
Jay, I'm glad you put the glasses on because that right there just if you're not even lying. When I heard that, yeah, my friend, this is worse from my side. Living out here in New York City, somebody come to you, he got an iPhone. He said he's lost, asking for direction. You know the first thing that comes to my mind? Don't you got a smartphone so you can Google it? I was like, oh,
You know what?
hell no.
You know what, Black David? I had broke my phone, so I took it to this place to get it repaired. And they said they gonna charge me $100 and something. I looked up the parts online, and the parts cost like $15. I took my own phone apart and fixed it myself, man.
I'm glad you say that. That's what I got the toolkit for. Now, they got a bigger version of this toolkit whereby you can not only fix your PC, your laptop, your PlayStation, you can also fix your TV, your smartphone, your tablet, almost any electronic. This one running for PC, laptop, DVD player, PlayStation, and smartphone to a certain degree.
Was that a toolkit?
Yeah, they call iFixit. Let me change the background so you guys can see it very well. They call it iFixit Toolkit. They have a website. If you go there, they have a tutorial how to fix almost any kind of device you want to fix. And they got a series of toolkits. This one is about $60. The master set is about $200. It's complete for any type of job.
Sweet.
And I got the heat gun,
I need
so
to get
I'm
that.
good. And I got the
Yeah,
heat gun
get
for
that.
that. Like I said, I like to work with my hand a lot. Yeah. Now, nobody the best dream job I will ever have. I run my own PC business, and everybody in the community trying to drive me crazy, dumping the PC for me to fix. So I had non-stop PC just to fix. I had to schedule them when they come and pick it up. At least I enjoy myself.
Right. But you know what's interesting? I've seen like on Instagram, right, of a dude that was sharing this metal screwdriver, right? But when it has multiple screw pieces, but that would that would be nice. I'll get that so quick because I can just switch it in between.
Lyman's Tech spent 4 years to build his own version of that and had it properly tested. I see a bunch of those. I used to look for those things like crazy because you know why? When I'm on this site doing all these huge migration jobs, I got to help migrate, like, let me say, I don't know, 5,000 users, 25,000 users, 5,000 users, 100,000 users, whatever the problem may be. 9 times out of 10, I got to open the PC up and do some part replacement from time to time if needed. I remember one time I got to open up the PC and upgrade the RAM. They got me going to every desktop in 8 floors.
Hey, thanks for coming through, Soul Shader.
And that thing pissed me off. Imagine me, I could go under the table, one by one, how do you just shut down the PC, open up the PC, you put the RAM in, make sure it clicks,
brother. How are you doing, man?
Boot it up, and do the same thing.
You want to come up? You're welcome to come in, brother. Ladies in the chat. We definitely want to speak to you.
I remember one day I did like over 45 PC, and my knee was hurting me.
And by the way, how's the military, man?
And that was pissing me off. And I warned these people in advance, like, before you put the PC out there, upgrade the RAM, you're going to need it. Oh, no problem. We got it good. Now they got me going right
subscribe
back
like the show the channel
and clean that mess up. Trying to upgrade the RAM from every PC individually. And I had like, 2 boxes of RAM sticks. Going to every PC, open it, put it in, open it, put it in. I was tired of doing it. I was like, next time, I told them, before we put out any more PC on the floor, we upgrade the RAM, we image it, and we put it out. Not the other way around. I'm not doing it again. And you're not giving me no bonus to do this. Like, come on. I've done trading floors. They're the worst ones. The so-called spec'd out PC is not really spec'd out to begin with. Some people using 2 PC on the trading floor because they say they need it for the software. When actually you could just have 1 PC to do everything for them. But they feel like, no, I need to have extra. I'm like, okay, fine. Do what you must. Ain't gonna argue. I've been in banks, I've been in hospitals, I did 2 fashion companies, I did a PR company, I did NYPD, Board of Education, I did MTA. I never done a TV studio, which I want to do so bad, but I want to see exactly how the setup look like.
Hold on. Oh, he said I did doing good, bro. I just got my passport.
Guess what? I got 2.
I need my passport.
I got 2.
Me and Don HQ, Don GQ, shit me.
I got 2 passports. I don't got 1. I got 2. My Canadian passport and my United States passport.
Technically, shouldn't you have 3?
I need to decide where I'm gonna go when I get my passport.
Like
I
4?
got so many places I want to go.
Ooh, that's really
Yeah,
bad.
we're going to Vancouver next year. Me and my boys.
Certain people can get dual citizenship. I got dual citizenship, so that's why I'm good.
Yeah, I let Wally and Marcus run this shit while I'm gone.
I'm not allowed.
Yeah, but yeah, Vancouver's gonna be first. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I switched it up. I decided to make it Vancouver because I'm getting my 2 weeks off away from all fucking Americans.
I wish I can do the same like you, but I'm not. I can't do it. I'm stuck here.
What, New York City? You get his face. And then, like I said, they don't let you work remotely, bro. Some shit.
What do you think that is behind me?
Remote work.
But you take a laptop or like shit.
Yeah, but that's for side stuff.
That is a laptop.
Oh, okay. Because you look at okay, so you got connected to the moderators.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I got a laptop to the docking station, second to 2 monitors.
Okay.
If you're wondering, I'll show you guys the improvement. That's the PC. I upgrade the motherboard and the CPU. Right now, the light underneath and the top is not working. I made some mistakes on it, so I'll have to fix it later on before it start go all glowy. And I like to take my time. One thing when it comes to building PC, you cannot rush it. You want to take your time and see through everything. Make sure everything's working fine. It's like a night project. Some people are going to act. My PC is not that extreme compared to people on the next level. They have the CPU water block on it. The video card had a water block on it. They got a radiator in there. Got a custom loop going on. I mean, I see it on Instagram. I see it on YouTube. People making all the water loop custom made PC. It gets so cool. They're overclocking the PC. Bring it down to like 20 degrees Celsius. You have it in an AC room. It's the wrap. So I get it.
So when you say overclocking, that just means pushing it too hard. You don't have the right stuff to handle the speed process.
Bingo.
Is that what you're saying?
Yep. For a perfect example, I got the 11 Gen Intel i9-11900K. The actual speed for the processor is 3.5 gigahertz. Now, it's overclocked to like 38%. That is 4.7. That is 4.798. The top speed on this CPU could go to 5.3. If I push it further. But if I were to push it further, can I use what they call the AIO? The AIO stands for the all-in-one liquid cooler. That's like a liquid cooler radiator / compressor. We keep running for the CPU alone. Now, if I want to do a custom loop for a whole entire PC, depending on what they're doing, either you're cooling the PC, you're gonna cool the CPU, you're gonna cool down the video card, and that's where the NVMe or whatever type of radio you want to set up, it can go between $500 to $1,000 plus. The most I heard somebody pay for a custom loop was $1,800. That's because they had a super case. Now those super case, I'll explain this. You had a small form factor, which is a very small case, it looks like compact. I don't like small form case. You had mid tower. There are multiple variants of mid tower case. Some don't look like mid, look like full tower. I have a full tower case. They only call the super tower. Only certain brands make them, and they're huge. They're so huge you can actually put two PC into one case, which is possible. Yeah, I know. My coworker does the same thing. He had a particular case, one PC on the other side. On the other side of the case inside is a server. So you got a server and the PC running at the same time. Now the super case allows you to do all type of crazy on it. You can put a liquid cooler loop. You got to put a water block on this video card, water block on the CPU. You got a radiator. You got the condenser. You got the pump whatsoever. You got a filter. Everything all together. You have like, I don't know, 18, 20. The most I've seen in a PC was about 34 fans. Huge case. Liquid cool. That was like almost 2,000 plus for the whole setup with a hard tubing whatsoever. And it was a masterpiece. He took his time. And then people think that PC is not needed. I'm like, you'd be surprised what you could do with the PC. And that PC that he set up, it was a perfect setup for the gaming and streaming. There should be no lag whatsoever.
That's what I need. Gaming and streaming. I want a high power computer because when I'm streaming, I'm gonna be using StreamYards. StreamYards. No, Restream.
I got Restream too. StreamYard.
And Restream requires a lot more power than StreamYards.
I know it does. That's why I update mine for a reason.
Yeah.
Now, for what you're trying to do right now, the budget for that type of PC, it ranges between $4,000 to $6,000 to do a high power. Now, we want to say $4,000 to $6,000. Right now, let's talk about the latest. The latest processor that came out from Intel is called the i9 13th generation. That'll be i9 13900K. That processor ranges between $650 to almost $800, depending on who's selling it.
Question, yeah.
So that's the processor alone. So imagine that. For one processor, between $650 to $800.
But I'm gonna have to spend the money for it, man. Because of what I want to do.
I
It's a
know
broadcasting company. I need that shit. I got about 5,000 stashed under my pillow right now. So
the motherboard. This is why I tell people if you have deep pocket, these motherboard. I have the high class motherboard, but there's variation to it. Mine is the beginner high class. They had the Hero. We come to A to the RG maximum strength. They had the Hero. They had the Extreme. They had one they call Glacier. The Glacier version come with its own water block. That one is like about $1,000 plus. Then you had the RAM kit. Now the latest one come with DDR5. DDR5 RAM is about what 400 to 500. Problem right now, I don't jump on it yet because you cannot max out to 4 slots. So you put two 64 gig sticks. No, you either do that or 232 gig, and you be fine. A 64 gig kit for DDR5 should be around what $450, $500 depending on the brand. That's another thing. Then video card. The 4090 right now, when they came out on MSRP with $1,599. Now it's like $2,000, $3,000 for those. And that thing is huge. Then talk about the hard drive. Like I was telling you earlier, the different brand. I got Samsung. There's one other brand, it's to the extreme stream. And the maximum capacity is 8 terabytes, which is ridiculous. The max I have on my thing on that particular stick from Samsung is 2 terabytes. That 8 terabyte on Amazon is $1,699. Remember that I cannot forget the price. It was like ridiculous. Then the case. You had some big ass case, what, $500 to $700. Then there's a super case, right? The power supply. For the latest video card, you gotta have the latest power supply. That'd be PCIe 5.0. That's another thing. So you got the case. The hard, I mentioned the case, I mentioned the CPU. What else do you need? You need a bunch of fans, depending what kind of fan you're doing. Now, some fans are good than the other one. The best fan out there don't have too much RGB. They're called the Noctua fan. They're not all that light like I have in mine. It's all for the air draft. Put a lot of air pressure on it. If you're into the light show like I am, it's a different story. What else? Me and Lee have the best CPU fans for the case because you know why? You don't have too much extra cable to do with it. It's come with one particular cable. You can interlock each fan together. So I mentioned the case, I mentioned the motherboard, I mentioned the CPU. Now, depending on what you want to do with the CPU, with the build, either you have a custom AIO all-in-one or you do a custom loop. The custom loop is the very tricky part. The best part about it, Micro Center build PC for people. If you have everything done over there, they'll do it for you right there. Only gonna do charge you for the service. They do that a lot because if you go to Micro Center website, they have to call a PC picker or how you want to build your PC. That if they had the part, or if you were able to bring some of the part to them, they might charge you a price. I don't know how much they're gonna charge for that. On top of that, here's what I tell people when it comes to buying when you buy a high-end video card, you have to get a high-end monitor. Let me explain why. Remember I had the anatomy of the Volkswagen Beetle with the Lamborghini engine in it? The same applied to video cards. When you have a high power video card, you can't just get no regular monitor and plug it into it because of the processing power and the output that comes from the video card. It can shorten the lifespan of the regular monitor. You have to get a gaming monitor that can support that. I got one here. This one goes to 144 hertz. It's not so high end like what you have right now. You got 360 hertz. You got 240 hertz. Some going up to 500 hertz. You have an 8K gaming monitor. You have 4K gaming. That's extreme. Now I got both of these monitors on the monitor arm. I got a gaming table. Now we had the extreme. When I say extreme, my gaming table is nothing compared to what I'm seeing. People going next level. They want the. You ever heard of a Secret Lab? It's a name brand for Secret Lab. Name brand for gaming chairs. Now they got the name brand for the table. They got two sides. You got a regular and XL. Check it out. You see what I'm talking about. Cooler Master doing their own too. They're selling the gaming table too as well. to that degree where they have the LED or all that other craziness. But then right now, I didn't realize a lot of celebrities are jumping into this now. And find out you can have your own custom-made pizza by buying an Apple, and slowly but steady, a lot of these celebrities are looking for who will build a PC. I remember watching a video a month and a half ago, no, 1 month and a half, exactly 2.5 weeks ago. Chris Brown had a PC custom-made built the way he wanted. He had 2 PC built for him. And the amount on the budget he put on that was about what? If I remember correctly, it was 11,000 for both. He did one for streaming and one for gaming, and they're both almost the same spec either way. It defeats the purpose, but he had it done. And it was done within the local area where he was located at. I'm in New York City, so it wouldn't be a problem for me to build pizza for anybody out here. Now, how you want to do it, it's all, like I said, it all depends how you want to go about it. If you have the budget, you have the time, you have the patience. Trust me, at the end of the day, you love it. Now, some people go too further than that. You have people getting custom-made paint jobs on their case. They have their business logo on their case. Now, that was my dream, to have a business whereby we have great artists. What we want to do on the PC case, you want to do your logo on the business case, put your business logo on your PC. Boom. It's your look, it's your style.
Right. Because the only thing with the monitor part is, like, especially if you're going to do like live streams, all you have to do is just buy an external camera. That's basically it.
Now, here's the thing about the camera part. I remember I talked about it before. I will say it again. You don't have to pay $2,000 plus for those big professional cameras. You don't.
Oh no, yeah, I wasn't saying about that. Yeah, I wasn't saying that at all.
Logitech caught on to the market of the streaming world, and they're capitalizing on it. You go on to Amazon.com, look for Logitech for creators. They got a series lineup from the mic to the webcam to the lighting to the arm for it. It's ridiculous. And they got competition. Corsair doing their own too.
Baby.
I know Logitech is doing it, Corsair is doing it. This other company they're doing it. I'll tell you about another one. Because Logitech bought a lot of companies put under their umbrella. Blue Mic is under Logitech. What other company they're doing it? Razer? Nah. Razer not all that great.
That's what's up.
There are like 3 or 4 main brands out there that are making great product for streamers. To me, Logitech is the head. And Corsair follow right behind it. Because this webcam here is 4K. The webcam I have here, it can do it to 1080p. They had the one that you can do remotely, where you can have multiple cameras and you can control your phone. Have a feel-like setup. You don't need all that huge.
Jay, Soul Shader's asking where your Cash App is.
My Cash App?
Oh, okay, hold on, bro. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. I was checking out Hulu. Like, apparently they got the third season on there. Yeah. What's that bitch? Hold on, bro. Give me a second. Okay, the first time I ever did this shit, put it on here. But I did say we were putting it on, so I didn't forget that. That's Kakashi shirt, CBN.
Okay. I think I put a Cash App for myself. Did I? Yeah, I did. I really even use it. I only usually give certain people stuff. I'll put my Cash App in the back chat. You know, like Amazon will drop anything there. Anyone drop it, we appreciate it. And then it'll go straight to the funding for more stuff in my PC. That's just me. Make sure I get it correctly.
It's just, yeah, there we go.
There we go. That's my Cash App in case anyone want to post it whenever.
All right, I'm gonna copy and paste it. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on.
My thing is this.
Copy and paste.
I'm so much into this PC world, and I start to research on a lot of things. I start to read up a lot of things. I start to realize things are changing. A few years ago, they said the PC era was gone. I tell people they're lying out of their mouth because all this cloud we're trying to jump into. Let me break it down to you guys. While we're not going to go so full force into the cloud. To have a cloud-based service in this country to work the way it's supposed to work, you need a strong infrastructure. If you want to do the math, if I'm correct, about 30 to 42% of the country can support broadband speed.
I'm tapping it in now, so hold on. Here you go.
I'll say it again for you guys listening. About 32 to 43% of this country can support broadband speed based on the infrastructure they have available. Which means
For real?
A lot of other areas cannot keep up getting high speed internet. And when that happens, how you want to put things to the cloud when you need a certain zone when there's a drop in speed? You don't believe me? Look at your cell phone. When you have a cell phone, you leave the city to go to urban area. You know there's one thing that always happens? They fade out, the blackout zones. You go to certain areas. That's because the infrastructure is not there. But how come in certain countries like in Europe, where the internet is so strong, they be underground still have internet, going from station to station? That is because the infrastructure is strong.
Hold on. Gotta fix that.
So that's the thing about it. So imagine about that. And this is why I tell people a lot of times, when I see certain news they put out in the PC world about what will be the next thing, what will be the next best thing, I review it, I look at it, and I call it out. I remember Google came out with a thing called Stadia, that cloud gaming service. I was the first one to say it's not going to work. It's going to fail. There was a lot of people jumping, oh, this is the next best thing. I say it's not going to work. If you don't pay attention to your infrastructure you have right now, what do you think the cloud thing going to work for you guys? We're trying to replace the game console and trying to go everything to the cloud base. How you going to go everything to the cloud base when you have a weak network in certain areas? Oh, come on. Let's keep it real. This pandemic proved a point. Not everybody got a PC, but either they will have a PC. Not everybody have a well-functioning PC to do the type of task you could do in your own home without no problem. Even though it's functioning, what about internet service? How many hoppers you need to put in your house for you to get a strong internet connection? Do you got to move to the gas station and go to Barnes & Noble or Starbucks to use the internet because the internet in your area is weak? Think about that. America have a trend of putting the cart before the horse. So to find out, I've mentioned some of the nerdies in some backtrack conversations. Solar panels have been here during the Richard Nixon era. Why nobody hear about solar panel back then? Because they didn't want to get it out because solar panel will hurt the gas guzzler's pocket. They're making money off gas. So imagine in the country with the forefront of solar panel, unlike China. They would have made a lot of money. They would have made a lot of money on solar panel.
Damn.
The same thing I say about this PC world. To me, we're going to build a PC. I like to have things big because of two major factors. One, space. Two, which is known, everything else like electronic, heat. I'm not a fan of building PC in a small case. I'm not. To me, it's the dumbest idea. It's possible, but it's not manageable. Reason why? Look at car, look at electronic. You go behind the TV, the old school TV. When you put your hand behind the TV, you feel a lot of heat, right? How much air are going through those things? The same thing with small form factor PCs. If you want to do the mid tower, I'm not a fan of mid tower either. I thought I would build a PC in the mid tower. I never liked it. I'd have put so much fan to keep it cool, but it's not working for me. Unless I remove the panel and let all the air flow through it, and that's not a safe thing for me. So if I was looking for a full tower case, the latest hardware that came out recently, it will not allow you to build a very comfortable PC in a mid tower, not even a small form factor. You have to have a full tower case for that. And some of the best PC I've seen is built in a full tower case. You got the space, you got the room, great airflow. Now imagine you have that in a room where you have the AC on and you decide to crank it. Here's what I know from trade school. The temperature in the room determine the temperature in your PC.
It's crazy.
So you have a lot of cool air in that room. It keeps the PC cool. Yes, the PC will put out some hot air, but if the cool air overpowered hot air, you barely feel it. If people think I'm wrong, you go to a college campus, go to the computer room. Why is it always cold? Ever been on a college campus or the school, high school, so we go to the computer room, the AC is cranked up to the max for that same reason. Keep all the PC in that room cold. You go to a server room, it's worse. Feel like an ice bucket. Everything based on temperature. So I like to give out free knowledge. I'm not charging nobody for this. That's just me. I know there are plenty of people out there who like to charge you for what more amount of information. And come to my Patreon. You join my Patreon, you spend $6 a month, $10 a month. Really? If they wanted to, they go to the Geek Squad and get lied to anyway. But for the sake to get extra money off them. I'm telling you, there's so much you can do these days. I'm just happy I got my PT up and running again. So all I gotta do is later on this weekend decide to just fix whatever wire I need to fix, and that's the end of it. I'm just mad they forced me to take out my sound card. I love this sound card. They're a real good sound card for real. These type of sound cards, they're about. For this version, there's 3 of them. No, actually 3. Yeah. The upgrade version of this one did about 4. They're good for studio. They're like studio quality sound cards. They give you great sound qualities. I remember I talked to a guy out here. He worked for the sanitation, but also had his own sound studio. He can help you with producing music and stuff. He had to get the best sound cards for in case you're doing the music and they have a bunch of speakers. People hear the sound quality of the music they're producing. That's why I'm not selling that card for nobody yet, unless I don't need it anymore. There's so much. You can even put the caption. For guys who like to record themselves playing games on a game console, there's the capture card you can put in as well. There's so much you can do. You'd be surprised. Any questions? I know I'm going crazy. I'm trying to slow down my brain processor. When I start thinking, a lot of ideas come to my head. Anyone got any questions for me?
Not at the moment. But when I do, your phone is gonna ring, or you're gonna get a text.
Yeah, Black Man did that to me already several times. He called me for the laptop. He made a great purchase. Another time, he had his wife talk to me because she had an issue with the printer. Now, mind you, I was on my way to the laundry, doing some laundry, and I helped her troubleshoot her printer issue right there and there in less than 5 minutes, and she was shocked. I was like, this is nothing. Do this for a living. I don't mind people calling me for computer questions. It keeps my brain active. It got me thinking every now and then. It got me doing research every now and then. This is what I love to do. And it's fun for me. To be perfectly honest. And that's what I enjoy doing a lot of times. Right now, I'm using some of the feature on my motherboard. I know it had some nice, unique features that are mixing feature. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Certain motherboards, if you don't even have a sound card, it has some nice, unique feature that allow you to do some mixing with your mic and the sound quality. I might test it out and see how I can get it work the way I want it. So it was worth it, to be honest. I'm just mad happy. My computer boot up faster, it moves smoothly, little to no. I barely see any lag whatsoever. That's a good feeling. To have a PT that's super
Oh,
fast and not slow at all. So by the time they go streaming right now, there should be no problem for me. I'm just, I mean, I don't like streaming at the
that's
beginning with
crazy,
that.
CPN. Welcome to the IT lab.
Hey, 21 years in the IT fields, multiple entities I work with. You learn a lot when you do these things. Now I want to learn more about the networking side of things because the networking you can do so much more with it. I got a few colleagues who are great at networking. Some of them have their own server in their crib. My coworker got like what 7 switches. I was like, what the hell are you trying to do? He said he got 13 to 14 PT in a household that he monitors on the one PC. Some of the data server, some is connected to the security cameras, some connected to his media server. So he mounted everything on the one PC. And he had his family log into his network so in case they want to watch a movie from his server. So they could be outside in another home. All they do is log in, put the password in, pick whatever movie you want to watch from his server. And that's great if you want to have a smart home. But then again, I tell people to be careful with the smart home. I'm not too much a fan of it because there's nothing wrong having a smart home, but if you don't have a tight security, you're screwed. Well, I don't want nobody to hack into my home. Don't give bait to a hacker to see they can break into your crib. They said that on the news. All these, I forgot what company that is. Those smart home security company, give those smart cameras. People already hack it. They say it's easy to hack. Why is that? I always laugh about that. When people doing all these things, jumping too ahead of themselves, just to enjoy the bell and whistle, but like they don't do their homework. I don't get that. That's not for me. Well, believe me, guys. If anything, if you don't have the budget to build PT, start off from scratch, piece by piece, buy the part piece by piece. You don't have to budget. If you like DQ, you got a huge stack, do your homework. You have multiple brand of motherboard out there. You got Asus, you got MSI, you got Gigabyte. They're the top 3 brand out there. You got AS Rock, that's number 4. Asus is number 1, MSI is number 2, Gigabyte is number 3. And you got AS Rock number 4. The thing about Gigabyte, they're very, very tricky. I learned one lesson. If you want to be with Asus, you want to make sure most of your part is from Asus. That includes your video card. Same apply to MSI. Gigabyte, which is tricky about them, not only they sell motherboard, they also sell video card, they also sell hard drives. I swear they sell RAM kit. They want to dominate that market very, very well. Corsair only sells RAM kit, they sell keyboard, mouse, headphones. That's a mic. Yeah, that's a mic for streaming. That's a webcam. I doubt it. Logitech is mostly for keyboard, mouse, headset, gaming controllers, and they got 2 lineup for the headset. Now they got mic for streaming. They have different type of streaming video camera pack. Like I think the latest brand they have is Mevo. Yes, one Mevo camera is about 300 something. You get a packet of 3 for like another $1,000 if I remember correctly, whereby you can control with the smartphone.
My bad.
Hey, like I said, I do my reading, I do research. So when you hear me talking, speaking on knowledge, it's because I do a lot of reading, I do a lot of research, I do a lot of comparing. Elgato, yeah, that was the brand I was talking about. Elgato. Elgato got some great mic, some great mic stand to go along with it. They also come with the capture card. There's another brand that I know about. Yeah, I like to read it. I might have to make a whole cheat book for all this, for people want to look through, or link a website to go through, stuff like that. For all you guys listening to this, I'm gonna give you a list of websites to look into. I'll start with the processor, the Intel AMD. Do your review of what kind of processor you want to get yourself into and come to that. The i9 on the Intel side are the beasts. i7 are the workhorse. i5 is for budget folks. i3 for the cheap people. They have 4 brands of i-mount processors. Got the i9, which is the top of the brand, which I have, based on generation. The latest generation is 13th generation, so the i9 or 13th generation is the monster compared to what I have with 11th generation. The i7 are the workhorse processors. You mostly see that i7 in a lot of business PCs. The i5 are the budget. So in case they cannot afford the i7, they can afford the i5, but it's still decent. Almost as good as the i7. The i3 for the cheap folks. The AMD, there's different variation based on the processor. Now when you go into motherboards, I remember saying before, you have Asus, number 1 in the market. You have MSI, which is second. You have Gigabyte, which is third. You got AS Rock, which is fourth. Asus has about 5 different type of motherboard lineup. You have the tough lineup, which is TUF. You have the strict lineup, which is for gaming. You have the maximum, which I got. Let me do it again. This is the maximum brand. This is the 11th generation. The 13th generation will be more expensive than this one. The 13th generation, if it's the hero version, it will be around $400 to $500. The extreme one to be around 5 to 6. The glaciers will come with a water block to be almost $700 to $1,000, depending on which variation of the maximum brand. Then they have the Pro Art for people who do a lot of graphic design and artwork, stuff like that. And they got one for the server lineup. MSI have their own brand like that too. Same way with Gigabyte. Gigabyte's almost trying to compete with Asus on that level or a different type of motherboard. AS Rock, which I'm not a fan of, but they have their own brand too. Now, when it comes to a hard drive, pay close attention. I use Samsung because of Samsung quality comes to making great hard drive chip for the M8E and solid hard drive. We have Western Digital. They got the regular brand, which is either blue or the green brand, or the high-end brand for Western Digital called the Western Digital Black. You have Siberian. Siberian makes the great solid-state NVMe sticks. You have Seagate. Seagate's pretty good out there. So there are 4 brands that come to hard drive. You got Samsung. You have Siberian. You have Western Digital. And you have Seagate. Now, Gigabyte also sell hard drive tools as well, which is crazy. They try and conquer the whole market. That's for hard drive. Video card is only 2. Either you're on the NVIDIA side, which is you call it gangrene, or your AMD gangrene. Don't ask me why. This is an example of a gangrene video card. This is under Gigabyte, like I said, right here. Gigabyte have their own, but they have different. We have different lineup. This is a Vision. This is more into artwork and rendering. They have the Aurorus. They have different brands like that. I have the 30 series. The latest one that came out is the 40 series. It's really, really expensive, but it's up to you. You have to budget. AMD came out with the latest one. It should be coming out this next month. Or you already in next month, December. It should be coming out this month so far. Then from that's video card section, right? Now, if we're going to sound card, the only sound card I support is created sound cards. This one of the cool one. I had it for almost 2 years and still works. It's still good.
Yeah.
It depends if you need it, but the thing is about it, based on the setup of these motherboards and where they set the PCIe slot for the video card and the PCIe slot for the sound card, it is not enough spacing because now these days, these video cards, my video card take about 2.5 slots. It can cover whatever slot you put in there. The latest one is 3.5. It's huge. Unless you want to go to the custom liquid loop, you can take out the huge fan.
Mhm.
You know what? As I'm talking, I might well open this box to show you guys what I'm talking about.
Hold on. Black David, give me a second. Yo, shout out to my man Soul Shader, man. Thank you for the $20, brother. I really appreciate that, man. And I can't wait to get in the collab with you, brother. Whenever you're free, man, let me know. We'll do a whole stream about finances. Crypto, definitely.
So I'm opening this box. This is my old, I can't say old video card. This is my summer video card. What it look like. So as you can see,
And Soul Shader and you were in the military, brother.
you see how thick it is.
Yes, yeah, that mistake.
That's 2 slots right there, and extra.
That's tight.
Now these are 30 series.
Forgot about that.
Now if you see the 40 series will be like 3.5 slots. And it's let me tell you why it's so big. This part right here, actually looking, either the heat fan and the heat sink and the fan, right? The big video card has 3 fans. The smaller one comes with 2 fans. The PCB, the actual motherboard for the video card, is not that huge. It's about this big. But it requires a huge heat sink and 3 fans to keep it cool, right? You see the 40 series is way bigger. It's huge. It's massive. It had a huge heat sink with 3 fans to keep that bad boy cool because they said they did a testing for the 4090 Ti. But they were not supposed to leak it out. Somebody leaked it and said, it is. Don't take my word for it. Look it up and find it. They say the 4090 Ti testing got so bad that not only that video card got overheat, it melted the video card and destroyed the power supply. That's to show you how powerful that video card was. They were doing some tests. The 4090 is already out. But they were testing for the 4090 Ti. It was the next level above. And it was a bad news on their side because he put out a super powerful video card, it takes too much power, and it melts the board itself and destroy the power supplies. That's too much processing power. And you can imagine how huge that video card is going to be. Just to keep it cool. Which is why it's always highly recommended for this new video card that came out. If it's best for you to save your money, they buy a water blocker. So you can have water liquid cool go through it. Now, if you go on YouTube and look at these videos, how they people build PCs, there's a couple of channels out there I can recommend so you can look out.
Oh my God, y'all. Oh,
And these
sorry about
guys-
that. You, brother,
Alright.
are you good? I just like on CNN, looking on my phone, it just says, I guess it was 2 days ago, it says he comes out about to slap Will Smith, which is hilarious. I'm like, bro, we don't give a damn anymore.
He went to my boy Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah let him know for real. He wouldn't be on the bush. He said, "Yo, you effed up, son." Yeah. He's like, but I was lost. He wanna speak too
You
much
said I
about
was lost, dude. I'm like, nah, motherfucker, you trust me. You look unhinged and crazy.
Yeah, he know he effed up because Trevor Noah told him, "Say I like you and I like Chris Rock, but you effed up. You effed up real bad, man." And he was cursing on the show. I was like, damn.
Y'all should stop talking so loud.
Okay. So let me see. I'm looking for some of the links I have on my subscriber list. Who I go to watch. I call them my eye candy. So these guys, when they build PCs, they put their foot in it, and they're really good at what they do. I'm telling you, it's not a joke. I love their work. Some of this, oh yeah, there's a thing called the fish tank PC that use mineral oil. The whole PC is inside the mineral oil tank, fish tank. I was like, damn. That costs money to do. Okay. Yeah, I know what this guy. Okay.
Everybody, I am watching it in the background.
I'm gonna share more links. Hold on.
Well, I'm doing 3 different things. This right here, and then that. I forgot Terrence was out. I forget about that shit. What else, you know?
I'm just bringing through Sweet to try to find out a few names out there.
And your associator, what
I'm
would
gonna
you
give you a
like?
link to some of these people.
What would you like me to
channels.
talk about for a stream?
I think the guy's in the Philippines, but he's really good. He got
Who's
his
in the
own.
Philippines?
That dude right there, the first one got sent to you guys.
Oh,
He got his own computer lounge. He do customer PC and he ride motorcycles in the Philippines. So he makes money doing that. Another one I follow from Instagram. Just the name of it is funny. Overkill PC. Of course it's overkill. What do you expect? Yeah, find the
how you
guy.
doing with the code over there, CB?
The code?
I gotta ask.
I'll let you like this. It's good for working out.
Oh, it's fucking like 48 over here.
I know. The third one, the guy's in Australia. He's
Okay, I'm
extreme.
looking at it in your private chat. I'm seeing it.
Now that guy, he did a couple of desk PC, actually the PC in the desk. And the most he spent on that thing was about, if I remember correctly, was it $22,000, $25,000?
Repeat that again.
A PC desk with a desk with a PC built in it. The most he spent on that one was $25,000, I think. The one he did is actually 2 PC in a desk. Check that dude channel.
Actually, boy, trust me, man.
He's a monster. I'm telling you. I'm not gonna lie. That dude's a monster. The another channel I'm looking for. These people are always in China, and I was liking what they were doing. I was like, yo, this is next level. I know I've seen PT building, but these guys, they had their own branding. They call themselves what, bro? Okay.
Say again, CB?
I'm looking for the channel. Oh yeah, yeah, I found it. Grow Cooling. Copy that link. Now you check some of their builds.
You need your own IT code.
That fourth one, that one I did send you guys, I think they're perfectionists. To the extent.
Perfectness. Cool.
If you see how they built their PC, they want to make sure every detail count, all the way down to the cabling. I was like, that's the first time I've ever seen somebody build PC just like that. And they have their own signature look. The cabling behind on the other side is so super neat. It's not even fun. I was like, you know what? Hat off for these guys. They have their own look. They have their own unique taste. And there's many out there on YouTube right now. They like competing among themselves. And I noticed that. They're always competing. And some of these guys make their money off the view they get. The bro cooling, you should see the one that did 5 months ago. They did the 4K double cable Corsair 1000D with 34 fans. That's the one I was talking about. It's a complete overkill. I'm gonna put a link on that video so you can see what I'm talking about. The PT they built over there, it was a monster. I watched that video at least 15 times. I don't know why, but it was just like I couldn't get enough. I was like, yo, who would have thought I would make that one work? I was like, nah, they're gonna make it happen, and they did it. What? They canceled the fight? Oh, shuck. They canceled the fight for Andrew Tate and Jake Paul. I had a feeling.
Andrew
My
Tate
viewers,
beat the
hold
shit out
on.
of Jake Paul.
I had a feeling Jake Paul.
I'm out. See you later, bro. All right, brother. You be safe. And thanks for tuning in.
Jake Paul on them steroids, man. You don't want to
I know.
fight nobody on
Be safe out
steroids.
there.
No. Andrew Tate is a former kickboxer.
Yeah.
And I watched him in his fight. I was like,
Oh, yeah, send me.
that guy's a G.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a G.
You know his father's black.
I noticed that. His skin complexion.
Yeah, well, yeah, his dad's black and he's a world-renowned chess player. He's real smart, real intelligent.
Cause it's funny that you say that. When he went to the fight, when Jake Paul was there and they were talking about him, he was playing chess on his phone. He didn't care about what the guy saying.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, that's savage. They calling your name out while you probably watching a fight, but you're not paying enough no mind. You chess on your phone. You're like, okay. Like you pay the guy no mind.
I saw that video. Yeah.
I laugh because I see where he was coming from, but I think, but then it's common sense. There's nothing to prove to anybody.
Especially to a motherfucker named Jake Paul.
Let me tell you my problem with Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Some of these guys who lost the fight to him, I had a feeling he talked them into it so they can lose, they can get a big paycheck.
Oh yeah, they paid off. Those were fixed fights.
I know, because Spider, and then oh man, I'm pissed off. Anderson Silva, the Spider, I'm pissed off with the guy. I know he sold the fight just for the paycheck because he retiring, and he just enjoyed himself going into boxing. But he started off in boxing, went to MMA, and went back to boxing. I get that. Wilson, why he did that, I don't know. You lost your belt to Amal Usman. Amal Usman is no walk in the park. You had to get lucky with him to knock him out, which he did lose the belt, but it was all good. And my thing with all these, even Andrew Tate have respect for the guy. He said, "You're not a YouTuber. You learning how to fight. You spend a lot of time, and I respect that mindset. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you play me like that on the YouTube. No, you took time out to learn how to fight, the art of fighting. I have a background with Shichuga Karate, which is one of the original 5 karates based from Japan. It is kickboxing karate style type of karate. And I understand the art of fighting, baby. I watch UFC fight, I watch other martial art fight, and I analyze it and see where they make mistakes on, what they could have done. And to think the way I would think. You're not gonna throw yourself in a situation where you get yourself knocked out. You have to read the field properly well, and he does that. And he knows how to use his skill set to keep people at distance or set them up for a knockout. That's the thing. For him to want to fight Jake Paul, I had a feeling he want to knock the guy out. Literally. And he said in one video that he was serious. If I'm going to fight Jake Paul, I want to take this fight very, very serious. And I'm like, there you go. I want to see what will happen. And for that to be canceled, there are 2 reasons why. And they would have whooped his ass. Would have knocked him out silly. And would have embarrassed him.
Jake Paul's team advised him not to fight Andrew Tate.
But they saw the video. They did their homework. That's why. You know you cannot buy out Andrew Tate. You can't. Let me tell you why I say that. Andrew Tate just like me. when you take up a form between auto fighting, and to take the kickboxing, I did Shiku karate. We take those things very, very, very serious. This is not a joking matter. This is something that's severe. This is something that it's all about manhood. This is like a warrior class art. When I took mixed martial art, I took that to discipline myself. When people get into sparring, I don't play around with it. I'm trying to test my limits, see what I can learn from it. What mistake I can make so I can do better. That's what I do. Now I know he would wonder like, oh, the guy, if I'm gonna fight, he wanna make sure he knocks me out. But here's the joke though. His brother got knocked out, but people didn't catch on to it. You know that? You know Mayweather knocked him out, but save him. Go and watch that fight when Logan Paul fought with Mayweather. Mayweather knocked him out.
Yeah, man, Mayweather, best boxer in the world. Fuck it.
Yeah, but you didn't get it. Mayweather knocked him out, but caught him to make sure he doesn't fall. And the fact that Logan Paul knew that, he kept quiet. And when his mouth, oh, I laughed. No, you did not laugh with Mayweather. Mayweather really knocked you out. It's just that he saved your behind. You know what I say? I analyze fight. The minute I saw that and no one caught on to it, I was like, man, that got Bullwinkle. Mayweather knocked him out. Clean.
Knocked him out. Funny.
No, we will not try that with Mike Tyson. And you know why I say that? Act Ward Johnson did that.
About that time, Wally's not here. Wally, where are you at?
You might have the bathroom break. You watched that fight with Mike Tyson and Ward Jones Jr., that exhibition fight they had. And to see what Ward Jones said after the fight. You know what came out of that, man? You say Mike Tyson still punch hard. Dude, if I take any more shot from this guy, I would have been down. And the fact that Mike Tyson still got it after all these years, and Mike Tyson would try to play it off. I'm like, man, stop playing. You from Brooklyn, dude.
What did I do? That's wild.
Mike is from Brooklyn.
Well,
he's a heavy hitter. And to this day, he's still a heavy hitter. Warrior was holding his ribs. All the body shot he got from Mike Tyson. He was like, shit. What am I going to Iron Mike? That thing hurt. He had to cheat his ribs. No body shot is not normal. You look at Mike Tyson's hand, his size, if I remember correctly, is 4XL, 5XL. The same size as Brock Lesnar's fist. I remember I saw a video when he last fought with Roman Reigns and he kind of felt hurt. And one of the audience was like, man, don't do it, man. You know you're faking. And he broke out and started laughing. I watched him be the several times like, oh, shit, I said, yo, Brock, you should never laugh in the first place. One of the people in the audience, it was straight like Brock Lesnar. Don't do it, man. Stop faking. You ain't hurt. You ain't hurt. Brock, he turned around, looked at the guy, he covered his face, he was laughing. He was like, oh, shit. Yeah, real fans. They know him. They're like, man, you that damn strong. You know that better than that. But the thing that Brock Lesnar doing what he's doing. He's one of the very few talent out there who do both wrestling and MMA. Then again, he's no different from Bobby Lashley, but Bobby Lashley is a little worse. Bobby Lashley former Army. Then wrestling. Then MMA and back. That guy's like a walking time bomb. Very, very athletic for a black dude. But Tita tried it. They wrestling. Did a few MMA fights. He did pretty okay, but he didn't do too many fights. And step out of it after that. He realized it's not as easy as you think it is. Training for an MMA fight take a lot out of you. And boy, it's not like boxing. I know boxing is tough. But you train for MMA? Too many variations. You can get a knockout by the fist. A fist knockout is better than a kick knockout. And let me explain why I'm telling you guys it's better. You rather get knocked out by the fist than get knocked out by somebody's leg. Imagine somebody.
Yeah, like he said, headshot, knocked out.
Yeah, but that is one thing. Trying to get a knockout from a kick. Your chance of recovery
Well,
is
that's easy, man. You just step on their face, like really hard.
No.
They get knocked out.
I have watched some fights. These dude went into a coma quick. The one dude that happened like 3-4 years ago. A former NFL guy made his debut.
Of course, it's an NFL player.
This happened. Yeah, I remember this. This was right before Brock Lesnar debuted to MMA. A former football player, American football player, so he can get in. He got hit so hard beside the head with a roundhouse kick, his body shut down, went numb. That's how quick you don't understand. I'd rather get punched in the face than get kicked in the roundhouse kick to the head.
When you're punched in the face, yeah, you'll maybe survive, more likely to survive, maybe somewhere.
Let me explain to you why.
Like, how many people die from like even stupid stuff?
No, let me explain to you why you don't want that.
French delete over that. Yeah.
Let me explain to you why you don't want that. There's certain fighters you don't want them to kick you in the head. And they practice thigh boxing.
It's kickboxing at that point.
No, kickboxing is one thing. I say thigh boxing. Kickboxing.
Yeah, you're dead. I'm a French.
Kickboxing is the watered down version of Muay Thai. Muay Thai is straight dangerous.
Yeah. I mean, technically, okay, let's be real. I only want to learn that when everyone's trying to attack me, and I know I can do that on self-defense. Like, back in my house, I can do Muay Thai on their ass. Like, they're dead. Pardon my French, but yes.
Yeah. But Muay Thai discipline is not like kickboxing. Kickboxing is watered down. Muay Thai is to the extreme.
Exactly. It's X. You're X out of this place.
So imagine them kicking your head with their shin.
Shin. God, Christ. I haven't had that happen, but I know it hurts like a bitch. Jeez.
Let me tell you this. I was in high school back in my country. I was far with my senpai. This man kicked me 6 times at the same spot on my shin. That pain lasts for a month and a half.
That's crazy.
This man's shin bone felt like a baseball bat. And here's the joke. He said when he trained, he put weight on his leg. 15-pound, 20-pound weight on the leg. He trained for months before they do an actual full contact sparring. And when they take off the weight off the leg, man, you see how fast those kicks be going? This guy kicked me 6 times. I had a weird lump on my shin for a month and a half. I think that was like an annoying pain to get kicked in the shin. Like, come on.
No, I wouldn't do it. But to everybody here, thank you for joining the stream tonight, guys. End it here. Me and the guys will be in the back if we're not too busy to talk. We get ready for anime stream tomorrow. If my buddy Rick doesn't show up, I'll solo it to talk about Bione, the Greek. I'm pretty much a boy who gets Greek like powers of a god, and he's a god slayer. And I'll talk about the light novel as well, sections of it without spoiling you. But and reasons why we need a second season, third and fourth, and why it's very not for kids when you read it. There's a no, it can't be on the Specifically, they have sex in that place, so I'll just say it. Fuck it.
There's a lot of anime that does that. But not.
Well, no, I'm talking about like they won't do it, but it's only in a light novel, and when it gets actually, and if you had the money to adapt it, I know they would show that shit, except that they would gloss over it in some sense. You know, you dance around it. But I'm saving that for tomorrow so I can get in deeper about it because I don't need a script for it. I can just one take it all. It's not hard. But yeah, guys, be on the lookout for that one tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get up early as I can, and I'll start it as early as possible. What like around like 8:30, somewhere around there. Yeah. And then also we're hold on, I will give you guys a preview look of what in 2 weeks we're going to talk about based on the thumbnail that I finished. So I do want you guys to take a look at this before we go into outro. Hold on, so I can show you guys. I do my thumbnails on this site, so hold on. Right here, share screen. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this particularly. Hold on. Hold on. So, guys, we're going to be doing this one in 2 weeks, which is going to be Gelfner, me, and
that one.
Me, Wally, and my man Ryuga. We're going to be talking about Gelfner.
I need to watch it. I haven't downloaded. I haven't get a chance to watch it yet. I did watch. I might have to binge watch it
really
tomorrow.
Dark and good, and if you love action, I promise you won't be disappointed. I've already shown CB and most everybody here the first 2 episodes, and they freaking loved it. Girl getting her head rammed through the freaking cargo. Oh, that was wild. That was wild. And great animation too. But yeah. Peace, y'all. You have a good night. Don't forget the other reactions. Yeah, I know. We'll get to them, bro. But yeah, we're gonna be doing that one, and also I'm gonna be doing I think Christmas Eve. I'm gonna be doing a special if I get off early enough on that day. And we'll be doing a Christmas Eve. We'll be doing a Christmas Eve stream, and then within that stream, I'm gonna multiple things are gonna be dropped that day. I'm gonna be doing the top 10 girls of anime 2022, the top 10 of them. And I'm gonna give you guys my ranking and placement, and who I think was the overall best in the top 3. But all in all, thanks for tuning in, and subscribe to my man TBN, Canadian born, my man right here, aka Black David. Follow my man Don GQ right here, and my man Wolf Top Productions Wally, wherever he may be.
I will try to put the contest very soon when I get a chance. Now I got everything up and running here.
And like I said, if you guys be fans of IT and talk, please replay the stream. Very, very crucial information that CBN is dropping for you. And also, anybody who's thinking about joining the IT major, please rewind the stream to watch CBN. And check out the channel too, please.
You check my channel because I know I had some content done with my former co-host who he disappointed me, but we did some interview he the problem. We did a couple of interviews with IT professionals from different arenas in the IT field, and we had that thing recorded.
Yeah,
he never uploaded it, and that thing pissed me off.
Yeah, I knew
those interview would have been impactful to a lot of people, so people can be aware what kind of field the people are in, what kind of lifestyle they have, how much money they make off that field, and see if it's something to get themselves into.
Yep, I feel you. And with that being said, guys,
I like to impact people something great. Not just me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, with that being said, guys, be sure to like the stream. Be sure to check out these people here, and also, like I said, be sure to share the video, like it around, and that always helps the algorithm. It helps us get better. Please leave a comment below. Like I said, I'm not above criticism. I take it very lightly, and I'm not beyond being infallible. So, like I said, always feel free to post on the bottom of what I can improve on and get better at. And besides, trust me, a negative dislike would actually improve me to be better. So, Don't worry. Like I don't take criticism badly. I welcome it. But y'all have a great night. Y'all send me an aside and peace out.